Do you like Dark N Stormies? Because that's what we're drinking today.
Rum and ginger beer. I have never had one before, but I like Moscow mules, so I'm. But I think I'd be more interested in drinking the Dark and Stormy. I like those. I think I would like that more.
Oh, really? Really?
Why? Why? Why?
You're saying you admit that there can be a very, very great original version of something while still having an interesting and arguably better version that isn't afraid to borrow from, but still has its own style and merits. You're just going to admit it straight out the gate. You're going to admit that that's the case.
You can't. You can't do that. You can't. You can't make a decision, and this is literally a discussion fallacy. It's called poisoning the well. You can't sabotage the argument before you even get started.
So you admit it. Straight out the gate.
No one knows what we're doing yet. You can't make a decision before we've even described what it is we're doing this episode.
You've already admitted it, so just go ahead and tell them what we're doing.
Oh my god. All right, everyone. Welcome to this week's Happy Hour Movies. Come on in, sit down, and grab a drink while we talk at you about both Grease movies. You know them. You love at least one of them. Grease 1 and Grease 2. But we're not doing the usual discussion about what works and what doesn't work today. No. Instead, we're getting to the bottom of it. Is Grease 1 actually the only classic in the series? Is Grease 2 a laughingstock footnote in history? Or the movie whose cult following is right about it being the best of the two? We're going to find out. Here are the categories: opening number, cast, story, dancing and choreography, songs, life lessons, comedy, and then our own miscellaneous cases supporting each movie. Matt, what's your relationship to these movies?
Yeah, thank you for having me, and I'm glad you asked. My relationship... This is funny because I've been talking about this exact argument for the better part of my life. Like, since I was little, I'm like, hold on a second, everyone. Is Grease 2 better? And it's one of those things where, like, if you know somebody for any, like, let's say a 3-year period of time, if somebody were to know you, there would be X amount of categories that you 100% know that you would hear from Dan in that 3-hour period, right? This is one of mine. Like, if you've known me for 3+ years, you will have heard the Grease 2 rant at some point.
I know we've never like outright argued about it, but you've said it a lot, and I always just think, what an odd thing to say. what a ridiculously silly, objectively incorrect opinion to have on this subject.
We're gonna deep dive into that, but I guess the relationship I've had to these movies is because they were both made a long time ago. Were always existent in my life. They've never not been around. I've seen Grease a lot more than I've seen Grease 2, mostly because my mom is who would put it on. So I was along for the ride during whatever part of that happened, but
you were subjected to it more than you were like enjoying.
But then you learn to love it. You know what I mean? And it becomes just like I've seen it in countless like break rooms where we're just on in the background of some birthday party or baby shower I'm at or whatever. Like, it's just around. Grease is just around, and it is all of us. But yeah, that's
I have a similar relationship with Grease 1. I'll admit, Grease 2 has never been on my radar. I was aware of it. I was aware that Michelle Pfeiffer was in it, but the first Grease, for one thing, my mom and my grandmother both absolutely love Grease. They love John Travolta. I think they pined for the days when he was young and attractive heartthrob with his chin out for all the world to see. And as I got older, I separated myself from it because I like you was kind of subjected to it throughout my childhood and kind of felt like, okay, I don't need to watch Grease anymore. I get it. I've been there. I've watched it. Like I'm good on Grease. And then I got a job where they felt like it was important to show it on a weekly basis. And the job that I worked at, they had a projector in the cafeteria, and every Wednesday they would show a movie. And of every 10 movies they would show, 8 of them were Grease, the first
Hell
Grease.
yeah.
Every single week, whether I wanted to or not, I was again being subjected to it for 10 years of my life. Every Wednesday, having to watch Grease and listen to Frankie Valli sing the Bee Gees written Grease titular song.
Yeah.
And I like that song. You know, like, it's a good song.
Yeah.
It's not a great song if you're listening to it once a week for your entire life. I think that would ruin almost any song.
I think that's true, except for songs that come from Grease 1 and 2. I think this movie lives in just this void that's different from our normal lives all the time.
It's a pocket universe of Grease.
Like, nobody's like turn that Grease shit off. Like, nobody does that. You've never heard it. You've never heard that.
Yeah. That's true. I would hum along when I would be standing
That's
there
what
in the
I'm saying.
cafeteria waiting for my breakfast, Sammy.
You're extremely tired of it. You're going out of your way to record you saying that sucked, but you hummed along. That's my point. Is like Grease lives outside of this. My other reason why these movies are abnormal for me is that I hate musicals.
Yeah, famously.
I can't stand them. Whoever will hear me talk about it, I'll let them know that I think musical performance is the lesser art of any that exists. It's somewhere in the void between acting and singing, where you're not great at either. And I think a good voice in like a stage musical is too adjacent to a Disney princess, and I think the acting is not good, and I don't understand the need for it. The sing our emotion thing, I'm over it. Why are you doing that when Timothée Chalamet can just explain a whole thing with a smirk, right? Like, I don't get the need for that art. However, again, these movies kind of sit in an outside universe for me that are untouched by my negative opinion of musicals.
Guys, I'm going to apologize in advance for all the Chalamet references. Matt just watched Marty
I'm
Supreme.
high on Marty Supreme, baby.
I tried to force my family to go watch it last night, and I got vetoed and booed.
Don't take your family to go see that movie.
I was just going to go see it by myself. I was like, I'm going to go to the movies, and they were like, what are you going to see? Let's all go. And I was like, Marty Supreme. And they were like, boo, we're not seeing that. And I was like, I know we're not seeing that. I'm going to see that.
And then
they're like, no, you're not.
You should have. That movie
You
is so good.
stay home. I want to go see it. I'm going to probably see it either later this afternoon or maybe if I can get away after work tomorrow. But yeah, it's crazy to me. I think when people say classically trained, they're talking about like performing on Broadway, right? And I think typically they're more referring to plays,
Yes,
right? Like
that's correct.
Stage plays.
Which I don't look down on, just for the record.
But there is a substantial
Specifically musicals.
argument to be made for musicals as well.
Nobody is talking about that. Like, when they're like, wow, what a great, like, I don't know, like, these guys aren't going over to musicals. The best they got is like Hugh Jackman, right? And yeah.
John Travolta went to do Grease on Broadway after he did the movie because he loved it.
Richard Gere's been Danny Zuko before.
Yeah, like, people elevate to that.
Yeah, but these aren't our great.
You're saying Grease is separate.
They are, but also these aren't our great actors. You know, like Denzel and Daniel Day-Lewis aren't pulling up for Hairspray, is what I'm saying.
First of all, Daniel Day-Lewis's favorite musical is Hairspray, so screw you.
Is it really?
I have no idea,
shit.
but that would.
I was like, I've always
That would
felt.
have been a great gotcha
I've always
moment.
felt me and him were connected.
Yeah, I enjoyed music, and I think that I'm 100% alone. My episodic South Park plug comes from, they did an entire South Park episode where they were saying that the draw of musicals is that the guys that write the musicals put in subliminal messaging for wives to give their husbands blowjobs, and so that's why husbands are always so interested to take their wives to the musical, because they know they're guaranteed.
This was the South Park joke?
Yeah, because they were pushing Book of Mormon, which was the musical they had just written. So they were like, and at the end of the episode, there's like a 3-minute segment where they're like, take your wife to see the Book of Mormon, she'll give you a blowjob.
Okay, got it.
And I love Book of Mormon. Honestly, I think I've enjoyed every musical I've ever been to because it's just the magic of the theater. I think I would enjoy it more if I went to a play.
If I went to a musical, I think I would turn into what's his name from Tombstone, where he's just like yelling and shooting the whole time.
Like heckling the whole time.
Bill, yeah. Well, Bill, I think I would just be doing that because I don't enjoy it.
It was good enough for Billy Zane.
Yeah, what happened to Billy Zane?
He's a massive star.
The star of Sniper. And Sniper 2.
I don't know what Sniper is.
Exactly.
And that's the joke.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and say that musicals are like elevated theater performances. I think that in the pecking order, I do think that plays are the top notch, and then movies are a close, if not equal, second in some cases, and then musicals are probably somewhere like 7th or 8th on the list of like performance.
Just below mime.
They're above mime. Although a good mime can be pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
You ever see those mimes in SeaWorld? They kill me.
All right, we've ended at mime, so how about we get to the categories?
Opening numbers. Grease's opening number is animated, right? And it's Grease by sang by Frankie Valli, written by Barry Gibb.
Yep.
And it's excellent. It's an excellent song. It's a standalone song. It's very good, and it's very iconic. You know, it's well liked. It got radio airplay time whenever the movie was in theaters.
Okay, now let me talk about Grease 2.
You have to comment on Grease 1.
Let me ask you a question. So, what's happening in the movie while the song Grease is playing?
He's getting ready to go to school, and they're all kind of showing you know, the different characters getting ready to go back to school.
In what form?
It's animated.
That's the lesser. That's the lesser.
It's not lesser than a really, really bad song.
Just so everyone's clear, he's talking about a cartoon that plays and is technically not the opening of the movie.
Well, it's the opening number for the movie. I guess it's not like the opening.
Yes, but
it's not the first song they sing to.
I think I like the song a lot. One thing I'm not gonna do, and just so you feel a little sense of relief, I'm not gonna dog the movie Grease the whole time that we're doing this. Like, I enjoy that movie. I think it's good.
As he shouldn't.
I'm going to be genuine about that. Like, I really enjoy Grease. I love Grease. So I'm not gonna like go out of my way to say stuff I don't believe about Grease. I am, however, gonna point out that title sequence doesn't do a lot to set up the movie or characters. It's like a title sequence. It's starring, and that's that, right? With some pretty generous, in the case of Stalker Channing, who plays Rizzo, because they made her look like a normal lady. When it starts, she looks like an aged foot. So I think they go out and they do some nice things there. But yeah, I don't think it really sets up like the story the way you want it to. Not that you have to at this point, but it doesn't add the same value right now. Grease 2, first off, is one of the better songs of, and we'll get to songs later, but I think one of the better songs in either movie is the Back to School song. It's also this giant, sprawling, professionally choreographed dance number that includes the entire cast, and throughout it stops to establish what the characters are, what they're doing, all that. It's also sung by the Four Tops of Motown fame. That's awesome. Sounds great. It was in my head every time I had to go back to school. Like it stays in my head. all the time. It's like an earworm, can't speak to the charts, but we're about the heart. We'll be everything.
I'm going to say that I disagree. Like I had mentioned earlier, and I'll just be upfront, right? I don't think I had ever watched Grease 2 from start to finish, like sitting down to watch it ever in my whole life until I watched it for us to do this. I've seen lots of clips of it. I've seen that opening number a bunch of times because people would play it at the same job where they wanted to play Grease every single week. Every once in a while they'd say, what about Grease 2?
Right.
We love Grease 1 so much, let's hit you with Grease 2. So I used to have to watch the opening number very often. And I've seen lots of clips of it a lot, especially of Michelle Pfeiffer because that was her first breakout role, right? So it's been clipped a lot and discussed a lot from that perspective. But this is the first time that I'm like, okay, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to watch this whole movie end to end, and I'm going to enjoy it because I have to like it. I can't just sit there. Somebody cared a lot about this. Somebody, put a lot of effort and energy and, time into building this art. And it's not cool to sit there and be mad at art because it is art.
Okay.
And boy, was it tough to really like it. I was sitting there and I was trying to kind of wrap my head around where your opinion was at, because that's how I was watching it, was through this lens of this movie's arguably better than the first one. Is the opinion that we've come to discuss today, right? And so when I was sitting there watching it, I'm like, okay, it's gonna get better. Because this isn't what he's talking about. This very, very messy opening number where there's way too many people crammed on the screen at any given time. Not. And it's like there's busy, and then there's how many people can we get into one shot at any given time. And they love that when this movie. I don't know what it is about the guys that shot Grease 2, but they were like, how can we get as many people onto the screen at one time as often as possible and still have it like narratively make sense? You're
stepping on some other categories. But what I will say is that this movie there's like some connective tissue between Grease 1 and Grease 2 creatively. Like some of the people behind the dance sequences in the first one were in charge of the entire thing for the second one, right? And I think, just to get this out of the way in the beginning, I think that this movie suffers from people. It's its own thing separate from Grease. Like, none of the characters continue except for Frenchie and the school staff, right? Like, I think...
And the Scorpions guy.
Yes. Bermudo. Never mind. But I think it's not a true sequel, right? Like, it's its own movie. Now, one thing that it seemed like they did try to correct, I don't know if you came across this when you were looking up the movie and stuff, a lot of the Grease 1 choreography was done that same day or made up in the moment. And you can really see it in Grease 1.
Yeah.
In a lot of the scenes. And we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But the opening number for Grease 2, I think, is the drastic correction of that. It looks meticulously choreographed and filmed like it was. Right?
Maybe I just don't know what good choreography looks like. Because I also don't think Grease 1 has like excellent dancing in it. It looks very much like when I watched Grease 2 last night, and I had been kind of just watching clips of it up to this point to just watch the dance numbers, separately, just to kind of get back in the mindset. So then I watched like the whole movie last night, and I also, and that was like that was the only hitching point here, was I was like, I don't love Grease 1, much less Grease 2, and you love both a lot. So I was like, okay, well, I definitely like Grease 1 more than I like Grease 2. I know that for a fact. So I also was watching the first one like, okay, but I have to love like this movie because obviously Grease 2 is not going to win this. And if I don't zealously defend Grease 1's honor, then that's just going to steamroll me in the whole conversation, and then and then everyone all over the world will be pissed that I let Grease 1 get knocked out by Grease 2 in the first round. But as I was watching it, I did get the sense that it did feel very, not rushed, but it does have a sense that it doesn't feel as polished. And Grease 2 does have some aspects of feeling like it has higher production value.
Well, it's like 3 times the budget.
I do also think that's true for like Thor Love and Thunder versus Thor like Ragnarok. Thor Ragnarok has a much more like improvised kind of like, you know, magic of the moment feel, whereas Love and Thunder feels very polished and prepared and larger, but sucks in comparison to its lesser, you know, like budget wise, it's smaller, you know, cousin. So I think this is that. I think sometimes the first time they do an awesome job with very little, and then the production people, the producers, are like, fucking go nuts, you know, like, this is you got this, we're gonna give you money, we're gonna give you time, do what you do best, you know, go out there and kill it. And instead they just, it's too much, you do too much, and now it's like it's just, I don't know, maybe it's overstimulating, maybe that's what it is to me.
I think the first opening number, for which isn't an opening number necessarily for Grease, is like a footnote of that movie. People like the song, but it's not something you talk about when you talk about the movie.
Are you talking about
the first Grease?
Yeah. Are you talking about the title song, or
yes.
Are you talking about the
title song?
Okay.
And I think with Grease 2, it's like a true tone setter. Like, you start there, you start with that song. It's this big thing that you're introduced to this cast who you probably didn't sign up for. You know what I mean? So it does a lot of work and is an integral part of the movie.
Do you think Back to School Again is a better song than Grease?
I do.
That's wild, bro.
I do.
I see what you're doing. You're trying to take this and you're trying to say Back to School Again is a better opening number for the movie.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Right.
The songs is later.
And
songs is later. If you want to argue that one's a better song, then take that shit to that category.
No, because all you're going to do is you're going to try to win each category like individually. You're putting boundaries on each category, harsh boundaries, because you feel like the only way you can win is by TKO.
Well, Dan,
because this is not.
Well, Dan, you should have wrote the outline.
No, bullshit. Because Grease is a better opening number than Back to School Again.
1 is not an opening number. 2, it's not.
Fuck you. That's what I have to say about this.
That's how everything is, man.
Well, we can revisit it, and I'll prove again that Grease is a better song than Back to School Again. But as far as I'm concerned, these are the opening numbers for these movies, and you can say that Grease doesn't do as effectively what Back to School Again does, just based solely on the fact that it's animated, so it doesn't have as much merit. But you and I also fundamentally disagree on where animation lies when it comes to the impact culturally.
I know you just brought up Thor for no reason.
Oh, it wasn't for no reason. It was an excellent
the people are
comparison.
Slowly migrating over here because you're like in the.
No, they're not.
You're in,
no, because
standing up for big.
I saw in your eyes as soon as I said that, you were like, "Fuck, he's right." It did have a bigger budget. It did have.
This is Terminator.
It did have more
Terminator,
invested in him.
Love and Thunder and Ragnarok.
It's Love and Thunder and Ragnarok.
So opening number will go to
Terminator 2. Terminator 2 is arguably. Yeah, it's much better than Terminator 1.
Correct. And
I think
this is that.
When you and I will never have this conversation, I think Lethal Weapon 2 is better than Lethal Weapon 1. I also think Predator 2 is better than Predator 1. And I think a lot of people would think I was an asshole for saying these things. Beverly Hills Cop 2 is better than Beverly Hills Cop 1.
Two of those are widely held opinions. And if anybody
Lethal Weapon 2 and Beverly Hills Cop 2
still cared about Lethal Weapon, I think a lot of people would be on your side. But the Beverly Hills thing and the Predator thing, I think there are like a bunch of people who think that.
Oh, okay. I love Predator 2. I think it's great. I had generally thought that people like Predator 1 better than Predator 2. I didn't know that it was widely held to be better, but I think it's fucking great. It's got a good scene. It's got Danny Glover slapping the shit out of that dude, slapping his hand in his face after he's done talking shit to him. He fucking claps in his face. I was like, I gotta do that to somebody at some point. That's a fucking baller move. That's the best thing you could do without slapping someone, to like slap them.
And you've been still looking for it. the opportunity.
I've never found it, but one day I'll get the gumption up to do that. So I'm not like a sequels are always worse guy. I don't think that generally, but in this case, especially when we're talking about the opening numbers, Back to School Again, that song is not great.
It is.
I know it's the Four Tops. I know you're saying that, and I know it's the Four Tops, and I'm not saying that they're bad, but I'm saying that this song is not good. I didn't think it was good, and I definitely don't think it's the better of the two. That's wild.
We're not
That's
talking. One, it is. Two, we're not talking about song. We're talking about opening number, and I think if you roll everything together, these two has it.
No, the animation, like it. If you could be objective about an animation and not be like inherently like a hater about it, you would think the Grease one is better as well. But you have this knee jerk like I hate animation.
I don't hate animation.
You feel like it's superior. You
Less
do hate it. Every time I'm like, you should watch the show, blah 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 blah, and you're like, oh yeah, that does sound cool. Maybe I'll check that out. And I'm like, oh, it is animated. And you're like, oh fucking.
I'm trying to make me watch cartoons.
You see, you fucking hate
I'm
it,
old
bro.
enough to be president. I don't want to watch cartoons.
Is that true? Oh, 35,
Yeah.
right? Is the cutoff?
Yeah.
Fuck. You should run. I'll vote for you, buddy.
Okay. Well, then that means opening number goes to Grease 2.
No, Grease won. Absolutely.
Moving on.
We'll mark it a tie.
Tie goes to...
No, just tie. No tie goes to... Fucking,
You
it's
can't
a tie.
just say
Let's go.
tie
Cast.
every time I win.
Because you didn't win. I won. Very obviously I won. I don't understand why you're trying to do this thing where you're like retconning history.
This is off to a great start. In that it's making me drink my Moscow Mule very fast.
What? We're drinking Dark N Stormies. We're not drinking Moscow Mules.
Well, I thought I'd start with the original and then move to the sequel.
Oh, so you feel like it's important to establish the better drink first and then compare the lesser sequel after the fact. You're admitting it.
I said original, not better, and stop stealing my bits. You want to be me so bad.
I think that's the first time this has ever been said in this podcast. It is not the fucking first time it's ever been said to me by this man. Mateo Fideo, or the poor man's Daniel Austin, as he's known around my house.
And only your house?
Among my dogs, really. They're the only ones I...
Your daughter's like, yeah, right, Dad.
Bitch, I said my dogs.
I know. And then I said your daughter.
Don't stop it. They don't know your name. my English speaking family does not know your name.
Alright, we moved on to Cast.
Okay. Grease is better opening number. Cast
Grease 2 is better opening number. Cast.
Yeah, the cast, Grease, Olivia Newton-John, John Travolta,
Soccer Channing.
beautiful. Stockard Channing had a nice career beyond Grease.
Jeff Conaway. So, Didi Khan. Are you talking about the performances of the cast or the cast's career after the movie?
I was thinking about this, and I think that objectively, it's who had the better performance in the movie, right? Like that's really what you would need, because
I think they matter. I think both matter. I think.
Yeah, but I do think that one is very political and kind of environmental in terms of like what they went on to do after the fact. Who knows how many fucking careers Harvey Weinstein killed, right? So, like, did they go on to do more is not always like an indicator of an actor's ability. But I do agree that it does matter a little bit. It's not nothing. So I do think it is. I don't think it's a direct half and half, but I do think it's kind of a heavily weighted. I would say maybe like 30-60 split or 40-60 split, something like that.
46 is probably right.
Yeah. So I think in that regard, here's the thing, and I'm just going to be upfront about this.
Mm-hmm.
I was captivated by Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh, yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
And to me, as I was sitting there hating most of the movie, I was loving it every time Michelle Pfeiffer was on
The
screen.
thing is, she's in 75. This is a real fact. She's in 75% of the movie.
Yeah, even when she's not the person who's the lead singing in that moment, she's killing it when she's in the background. She's chewing her gum. She's wearing a red bowling shirt.
You're just
You know,
you're just drawn right there every time.
she's always exactly as cool as she like wants to be, despite how fucking goofy the movie tries to make her.
Well,
And the movie
it's camp.
is very
The movie's camp.
right. And regardless of that, outside of it being campy, she's not really campy through most of this. Like, she's chewing up the scenery,
Yeah.
right? Like, she is kind of doing a lot considering like what we're getting out of the rest of the fucking cast. But she's killing it. She's doing great. And also, man, she's like gorgeous.
She looks
Like on
that's
top
like
of everything else.
Maybe the best anyone's ever looked in a movie is Michelle Pfeiffer.
Ever. Ever. And that was her first movie, dude. Like,
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
And she didn't know how to sing and she didn't know how to dance. When she got cast in this movie, she snuck her way through the audition to make it to the very end. And they let her stay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they let her stay because they were like, holy shit, she's great. So they knew, they knew. And yeah, I don't think it gets any better than her. And I honestly, when I was trying to wrap my mind around how you thought Grease 2 was better than Grease 1, the conclusion that I kept coming to was, A, Grease 2 is trying to be bad. Campy. Grease 1's not. Grease 1's not trying to be campy. Grease 1's trying to be cool. Mm-hmm. And it's not exactly cool. It's maybe cool by like early 60s standards, like the time period they're set in, but it's not. It's objectively, it's not a fucking, they're not cool. They're fucking goofy. They're theater kids, Grease 2 is at least poking fun at the idea of trying to be cool, and so it is better executed at being campy. But Grease 1 doesn't have Michelle Pfeiffer.
Right.
Grease 2 doesn't have Danny Zuko and Kaneki. It just doesn't. Michelle Pfeiffer is kind of Danny Zuko, right? That movie doesn't have a Kaneki. It doesn't have a Danny Zuko. Those two guys are the only ones that are arguably cool in the first movie, because they're very like throwing away their performances and they're kind of nailing what they're going for, and they're buyable as like two greasers who are the top dudes in their like gang or whatever, right? Yeah. I don't buy fucking Christopher McDonald as like a cool guy greaser by any stretch, and I think that's what they're going for, right? They're going for campy. Right. These guys are goofy first, greaser second, and they're that, So at least in terms of like trying to accomplish that. But the problem is Michelle Pfeiffer's so fucking cool and sexy. You don't get that in the first. Olivia Newton-John isn't that.
She's not. Not even with the perm. Not even with. She had to be.
Not even when she's doing her cool girl thing at the end. She's not even close.
Sewn into those pants, and she couldn't hold Stephanie Zanoni's books, dude. Like it's not even close.
Yeah, it's not even close. And I. That's where I kept coming back to. He likes Grease 2 so much because he fucking loves Michelle Pfeiffer.
Stephanie Zanoni.
And Michelle Pfeiffer is Stephanie Zanoni. And Stephanie Zanoni is killing it so well that it's eclipsing all of Grease and all of the rest of Grease 2, because that movie also, they both kind of, Grease 2 sucks worse than Grease 1 does, but they both kind of suck. She doesn't suck at all. She's fully, like, she's just out on her own. She's like on the moon, Mm-hmm. Like she's doing her own fucking thing. And she's doing great. And I think that, like in that part, but I also think that that's just Stephanie Zanoni. Like that character is just, it's a perfect casting for Michelle Pfeiffer being there. It's like kismet, like it lined up perfectly.
Did you know who they were?
And I don't think...
You don't think what?
I don't think the rest of the cast even comes close to like standing in her light and basking in that glow. I think they all kind of suck worse now because she's there.
I disagree, but really quick about it being a perfect casting. Do you know who they wanted for Stephanie Zanoni?
Who?
They wanted Pat Benatar.
Oh.
Pat Benatar was going to be Stephanie Zanoni.
So that's the writing, like that's her being too cool for school girl the whole time. But yeah, I mean it. It works, and it does track, right? Like it kind of makes sense that that's what they were going for was Miss Love is the battlefield.
You ate my old me right now. Is you did all my raps. You said everything that I was gonna say about Grease 2.
Right.
Well, not everything about Stephanie Zanoni specific.
About right. Stephanie Zanoni.
It was just a charisma volcano hurricane.
God
tidal wave,
humans, man.
Performance Absolutely. Of performances. She's like a 80-point triple double in that movie, right?
Perfect.
I have some. I want to get into specifically the T-Birds and the Pink Ladies, like as characters, and some of like those differences. Before I do, I just kind of want to shout out like the timelessness of the performance of John Travolta in this movie.
Yeah.
Like a movie star being a movie star, because he's not.
Yeah.
he's really, really, really good.
So good. So all of Stockard Channing does a good job of like in her capacity as being like the tough but vulnerable leading girl boss of their like crew or whatever. Kaneki does like the kind of doofus I guess meathead type cool guy thing. John Travolta does an excellent I really want to be cool, but I'm a sweetheart and I just love this girl and I just want to love her.
Yeah.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And encapsulates the teen experience, I think, in a way that Grease is really trying to. All of being a teenager is wanting very much to be cool in the eyes of your peers or whatever, and not being that because you're a fucking human being who's just, you're experiencing life the same as everybody else is. But you don't want to be that. You want to be really cool. And I
Some
think
of us experience it cooler.
Okay, cool guy. You had a great high school experience. We all know that.
Let's go.
Not all of us had the same experience in high school that you did, bro. I was not a cool guy in high school. I was fucking lame, super fucking nerdy. However, I do think that is like a very relatable thing, which I think in terms of when we're talking about which is the better movie, I think that's the part that sets kind of Grease 1 apart from Grease 2, is that Grease 1 is much better at capturing the experience of being a senior in high school than Grease 2 is. Grease 2 is an endless
We're jumping ahead and I disagree.
We're not jumping ahead. We don't talk about that much. What are we talking about?
I want to talk about that when we get to story. And I vehemently disagree with you. But if we're just talking about cast and performances, right? Yeah. Like, John Travolta is classic and timeless, and obviously everybody resonated with that, which is why we still have Danny Zuko Capital One commercial where he's Santa, right? Like, I get it. I just think he's about 80% of what Michelle Pfeiffer is in Grease 2.
Yeah. I don't even think he's that. I think he's like a good solid 65. But yeah.
She's setting the world on fire in that movie. And he's really good and like funny.
You're right.
Charming, all those things you want from your leading guy. It's just
your leading guy, yeah.
In my opinion, the rest of the cast, specifically in the T-Birds, are bad. Not just not good. They're the worst part of the movie. They're bad. Yeah. And because they're on the screen so much, I have to ignore the Three Stooges routine the whole time, including the dance numbers, including when they're doing their cool stuff. Like, I just got to deal with it. And I think that's a bigger detriment to the movie than a lot of people will admit. And
no, I
to me, Grease 2 doesn't have that. Like,
but you know what else Grease has that Grease 2 doesn't have? The part that John Travolta has, the part that Danny Zuko has, that Zanoni doesn't have. Chemistry with their other lead.
Oh, look, I'm ready to have the conversation about which couple is more compatible if you want. But let me just tell you, you don't want that.
It's just, you're just going to be wrong, objectively wrong.
Danny and Sandy
fucking Rex
are bad for each other.
It doesn't matter. That's all. That's what teenage relationships are.
Well, they don't have to be because Grease 2 shows us that, right?
Grease 2 is a fucking joke, and he's not a person.
But Sandy sort of sucks.
Yeah.
You know, Olivia Newton-John's doing good. Spoiler alert: I really love "Hopelessly Devoted to You."
Love it.
But man, it's a tough when you're watching, and we'll get into this in a second. But when you're watching for just the characters, because I was this time, Sandy like doesn't respect himself at all.
Yeah,
and also
she also doesn't like Danny.
Is kind of horrible, right? Like
yeah,
the whole movie, like she does that jock guy so bad. She does him so dirty.
Hey, I had to do a double take to check if Max Caulfield from Grease 2 was the jock guy from the first movie.
They look so different.
When I saw his face, I was like, wait, that guy's in the first Grease. I thought that was him. I was like, oh shit, that's fucking that guy. But then I Googled it and I was like, oh no, that's Rex Manning from fucking Empire Records is who this guy is. That guy sucks, dude. I fucking hate him. I hate he's like a shitty actor. He's like boring as fuck. And Sandy's boring, and I think that's why they want that they want that boring, you know, preppy person to be opposite Danny Zuko, right? Like that's actively what they're going for. Maybe I think him as the cool writer fucking sucks, and that's why your argument is going to fall on deaf ears.
I want to talk about them as like the people, right? Like Danny and Sandy versus Stephanie and Michael. Because Danny and Sandy, like the whole time, do they have a decent moment?
Yeah, they have lots of chemistry when they're on the scene together.
Well, okay, so they have where they meet up and Danny snubs her, right? And
we have them running on the beach together.
Rocking and rolling and whatnot.
First.
But they don't have like a lot of lines in that. They're just kind of canoodling, right? Which, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
But
they're in love.
They have the track scene, I guess, where they make up for no reason other than he falls down.
Because he falls. Yeah.
They have the scene where they're in the diner trying to avoid everybody that turns into a group scene. Where he's refusing...
Puts the menus up.
He's refusing to meet her parents.
Yeah.
They have the drive-in scene.
They have the drive-in.
Where he's apologizing for winning the contest with Chacha de Gregorio and completely ignoring Sandy. And then aggressively groping her. Where she leaves.
Yeah.
And then do they see each other again before Thunder Road?
No, because he doesn't even see her at Thunder Road. She just watches from afar.
And then... So all that bad shit happens, and then she's like, "I'm in leather pants now." Just from like the character relationship standpoint, I don't know that they deliver on that. These two have incredible chemistry.
No, you're doing that thing where you're like, "I'm gonna make a checklist and show you how bad they are." It doesn't matter. It's all about vibe because they have a tremendous amount of chemistry. The two characters and the two actors have a tremendous amount of chemistry between them, and they feel very much like they have chemistry. They seem good together. Which also super fucking wild that his homeboy swept her away to bring Cha-Cha in for them. Even being a kid watching that, I don't get it. Like, yo, that's your boy did that? Like, why? What is the point of this other than creating drama, I guess, for like the story? But fuck, man, like I can never wrap my head around that, where they were at. Like, why would he do that?
I agree.
They never developed that at all in Grease as to why Sonny did that. I mean, we know why Cha-Cha did it, you know, but what the fuck was Sonny doing sweeping Sandy out of there?
Sandy and Danny have a good back and forth. They do the polar opposites thing well.
Right. Yeah, opposites attract.
But like the romance, I don't know.
Animal magnetism. You can say but. You can give us all other kinds of lines, all your Poindexter bullshit. The fact of the matter is, they have actual chemistry. Michael doesn't have chemistry with anyone.
Look, there's nothing.
It doesn't exist.
There's nothing in Grease 1 that matches up to the burger more ketchup scene in Grease 2 from a chemistry romantic standpoint. There just isn't.
There's no chemistry in that scene.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Bro, Michael
I'm glad. Look, I'm glad this
Caulfield
isn't in person because I'll be
he's a
slapping you in your
charisma
face
black
like
hole.
too.
He's literally like, he's painful to watch. He's wooden. He's got nothing, dude. He's got no love in his eyes. He's got nothing.
That's when he's performing. He's very good when he's acting. He is. He's a good part.
Folks at home, you can't see me.
If this were just a movie,
but I'm rolling the fuck out of my eyes.
If it were just a movie and not a musical, we would think of Max Caulfield differently.
Okay, but it's a musical,
right? And I don't like his when he sings either. I don't like when he performs or dances or lip syncs. I don't like any of that. But I'm talking about.
What did you say? Wait. What did you say before lip sync or dancing? You don't like when he.
What? I don't remember. Actually.
What was the word you said?
Sings?
You said performs. You said I don't like when he performs.
Yeah, the music part.
You don't like when he performs.
I like
period.
his acting.
You know why? Because he sucks.
I think he's good at the acting part.
No, you're just trying to win this argument.
I'm not. I think him and Stephanie have a genuine chemistry the whole time.
You're wild. You're wild. You know why? Because you're looking at her the whole time.
No. She's great, though. In that picture scene, she's fantastic.
She is killing it, but she's doing all the work. She's the only one in that scene. I had to play that scene through 4 times and watch him specifically because I couldn't tear my eyes away from her, and I kept having to restart.
Yeah, well, we're not.
She's killing it.
We're not docking points because she's great.
No, we're docking points because he sucks.
He doesn't. Also, I want to talk about the T-Birds really quick.
Ugh, hit me.
I completely disagree with you about Grease 2 being void of like a Danny Zuko presence. It's much more camp, and it's a different character. A totally and completely different character. But Johnny Nagarelli's legitimately great at being the leader of the T-Birds. Like, at acting that character.
Oh my god.
Like...
Is he the leader? I thought he was like one of just the stooges.
Johnny Nagarelli? The guy who's like, door, and then everybody opens the door for him? That's the fucking leader of the T-Birds.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking of the... Never mind. I'm sorry. I was thinking of the guy, Do It For Your Country guy. I thought that was...
DiMucci.
I got their names mixed up.
That's DiMucci.
That's DiMucci. I'm sorry. All right, you're right.
No.
Nagarelli's the leader. Yeah, snapping his fingers, door, whatever.
And he's the undisputed leader.
The problem with all this is you're just going to say the word camp and hand wave away bad performances.
They're not bad. They're genuinely funny. Like, the T-Birds themselves make me laugh during Grease 2, and that is never one time the case during Grease 1.
Neither of them make me laugh ever in both movies.
They're funny.
I didn't think they were funny. I thought it was corny and bad.
Also, the original group is corny and bad, like we talked about earlier, in a way that's distracting. And even if you don't like the Grease 2 guys, they're not that.
Well, yeah, but the whole movie is that, so maybe that's why.
See, the thing is, I'm arguing from a place where I'm like, okay, I can kind of... Like, I love Grease 1, right? You're just outright. Nothing good about Grease 2 other than Michelle Pfeiffer. And that's not the case. I don't like
Grease 2, bro. It's not good. It's not good. And okay, you know what it is I just don't fucking like campy movies. It's probably what it is. I don't like the 80s jokey, this movie's a joke. You know, like, to me, it's the 80s equivalent of superhero movie or disaster movie or epic movie. This is the 80s version of that.
No,
and I
because
fucking
it's still
hate
a musical. This is more Crybaby than any of that stuff.
Yeah, and I told you I kind of hate Crybaby too.
See?
I don't like campy shit like that.
People of the world, come on over to this side. Bring it over here.
You can say all this, and a lot of people will agree with you because they think they like the lowbrow physical comedy like bullshit. But
there's much more of that in Grease 1 than Grease 2.
And I don't like those elements. I hate the everything that happens when the T-Birds are on screen outside of Danny and Kaneki is awful. Those 3 guys are fucking annoying, and they really, really suck. And I do hate their part of the movie. I think most of everything that's going on in Grease. And I do agree with you that they are distracting from the rest of the movie with how stupid and like oafish they are. Mm-hmm. But I do feel that Grease 2 is that in its entirety. I feel like the whole movie is that. That fucking reproductive scene that's all it is, you know? Like, it's just like...
That's a funny song. The lines of that song are funny.
Okay, man. You were cracking up watching that.
I was. It's funny.
Oh, God.
People love... You picked the wrong song. People love reproduction.
No. They don't.
They do.
You like it. I guess people who are like trying to win an argument about if Grease 2 is better than Grease 1 probably
Bro,
like
there
it.
are
But
dozens
fuck,
of those.
man. I hate it, bro.
Also, regarding the T-Birds, if we're talking like just thuggery, right?
Uh-huh.
They do more things than the Grease 1 gang does to make me
Like
feel
Runaway?
they're like a gang versus like the class clowns.
Like what?
Like they
Buy essays?
they cheat, they buy essays, they tie up the jocks and like leave them in the shower.
In the locker room?
That's a pretty thug thing to do. They
Go
also
on.
steal people's stuff the whole time. They graffiti on lockers. They do, other than fighting the Balmuto villain, but to be fair, that's a strength of schedule problem. That guy's like 35. And like, of course they're scared. They're in high school. This guy was fighting four graduation classes ago, and they gotta go against this grown man. I get it, man. Like, they're still high school kids.
It's crazy to me that they recast him in Grease 2. That's fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah.
I hated that bit too. The I don't know how to like articulate it properly. I have a vision in my mind, but Grease 2 does that thing where they're like, yee, and they kind of jump up in the air and their feet go like this before they take off running every time they see the scorpions roll through. Grease 1 is very much like we're a gang, they're a gang, we'll fight them if we have to type
But they
thing.
don't.
We'll settle it on Thunder Road is where it all like comes out. But yeah, there's never any like actual thuggery. What Grease 1 has working for it, the Grease 2 fucking also sucks, is you don't have to watch people sit in class at any point.
I love that
in
about
Grease
the
1.
second movie. It's a high school
dumb.
movie. Like, I feel more
It's
like I'm
dumb
watching
to love
a high
it.
school movie.
You know what high schoolers super don't give a fuck about? Being in fucking class.
They don't in that
so
movie.
boring.
That's the point.
It's so.
of those
Then why are you
scenes.
making us watch it?
But
I don't want to watch that.
we're watching them in Grease 1, but they're in PE or auto shop or whatever. Like,
Yeah,
it's
they're not sitting
the
there
same
through bad
shit.
musical numbers.
They are. And I'll tell you which ones they are later. But there are bad musical numbers in Grease.
Greased Lightning is not a bad
Yes,
musical number. I'll
the
hit you in the
fuck
throat.
it is.
I'll hit you in the
But-
fucking throat, bro.
But you know what really bothers me about the Grease 1 T-Birds? Don't clap at me on your camera. They don't even wear their jackets to the first day of school because they're wearing the outfit their mom made out for them or whatever. Like, you can't be that cool if you're not going to wear your T-Bird jacket to the first day of school.
You know what you're not allowed to do at school? Show gang colors. You wouldn't know this because you wasn't in the
Grease
gang.
2, they're all in their jackets.
Grease 2 is a bad movie.
Danny and Kaneki are both in their jackets in the first one. It's the rest of the three that don't wear their jackets.
Because they're rule breakers.
Except that Kaneki's a virgin.
That's not
Big-
it's not cool to lose your
Big
virginity,
bad
Matt.
Kaneki
Kids out there.
has an expired
out there.
condom from 7th grade in his pocket.
That's what I'm saying, that it really captures the teen experience because it's really funny that he's still a virgin as after all his like tough talk and all his like peacocking. Motherfucker had one condom and it was from when he was in the 7th grade. Broke immediately when he pulled it out.
And then he gets punked so nasty in that scene.
Yeah,
I'll
he
give you
does.
75 cents for the whole car, including
For
your
the whole
chick.
car, including your chick.
Ah,
Oh, it's a good
he
line.
didn't do
It
it.
pissed me
He
off.
didn't do a damn thing.
He didn't do shit.
That's
He
what
gets
I'm
punked
saying.
a lot
That's what I'm saying.
throughout the entire movie.
He does.
But I don't think that makes the character bad.
That's
That's like
his
good
whole-
writing. It feels honest.
That's his whole thing.
Yeah, but it's like it's an honest take on what those people are actually like. It's the reality of the situation. On the surface, he's cool and he's tough and he's, the envy of his friends or whatever, but in reality, he's a fucking lame virgin who gets punked whenever, somebody like bucks at him. That's the reality of that situation. And I don't
Do you
I think
enjoy that
it's-
in Grease
it's-
2 as well?
In Grease 2, I don't see it. In Grease 2, I see
It's
actually
all
Three
over
Stooges.
Johnny Nagarelli. He's fake tough. That's his whole.
Yeah, he's fake tough because he runs every time.
He's hella insecure. Like that's the point.
But he's not playing it. He's not playing it at all.
Yes,
he's not being subtle at all.
Well, subtlety is not for musicals. Okay, that's not what happens in those.
Grease 1 is very subtle, especially
where subtle fucking where.
With everything that I just discussed. He's good at pretending to be cool. Nagarelli's not cool at all. He's not even trying to pretend to be cool. He's like doing a caricature.
He's cool in that universe. And it's a little bit of a commentary on Zuko, but you wouldn't get that.
I understand that that's what it was to begin with. And the problem is, Zuko's really fucking cool throughout the whole movie, you know? Mostly.
No.
It's not cool when he's dissing Sandy. No. That part's pretty lame. But Zuko has one thing going for him that they never really talk about in Grease 2. They never address at all. And that's his willingness to be vulnerable. He totally is like, I'll step outside my comfort zone and I'll try to be this cool, this good guy.
Yeah, he's Stephanie.
That Sandy wants me to be. He is, yeah. Stephanie also, she sings about it, but we don't super get that out of Stephanie. Stephanie doesn't have much, like, in my opinion, she doesn't have a lot of development in terms of her character. She's a good person at the beginning. She pretty much stays a good person throughout. Cool Rider is a bit about, well, we'll talk about it in the song section, but like her wanting more, you know, out of like what her options are. But I don't think she changes in the movie. I don't think she ever changes. She just gets her wish fulfilled. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll get to that.
John Travolta changes.
I'll get to that in Life Lessons. I'll also get to that in Life Lessons. He doesn't, but spoilers.
He changes. He just also gets reverted because Homegirl also changed. It's like a gift to the Magi thing.
I'm gonna gift you some knowledge here when we get to that part. Last thing I want to talk about is the Pink Ladies.
Cast goes to Grease.
No, because I want to talk. I'll skip the Pink Ladies thing for the end, but the Pink Ladies they get into like a little bit more of what their perspective is within like the gang relationship.
I guess it talks about the rules incessantly for some reason.
The code and what their whole deal is, and we spend more time with them. But anyway, I'll skip over that. The careers.
We don't need to come back to it.
The careers, because we both said it's not nothing. It's basically Travolta versus Pfeiffer, right?
Right.
After that, Olivia Newton-John had a career after Grease.
Yeah.
Not a super strong one, but did have a career after Grease.
Right. It was mostly musical, I think, right?
Yeah. Versus Shooter McGavin, who's got one of the most classic performances in all of cinema as Shooter McGavin. Right?
Stop.
So it's a wash between Shooter and Olivia Newton-John, right? Because she had...
Yeah. But we also have Stalker Channing in Grease 1.
So?
She had a significant acting career, especially in the 80s.
That you feel is a solid...
I feel like it's solid enough that she doesn't have... There's no third person in Grease 2 that you could point at and say, like, that person did great.
Yeah, they were in Superman 2. The Do It For Our Country girl was in Superman 2.
Don't...
You love Superman.
Stop. You can't point... The only one I would say is maybe Max Caulfield was in Empire Records.
He's also in Empire Records. That's true.
That's one movie. Stalker Channing was in several movies in the 80s. She like made a name for herself beyond Grease. Not
to me or anybody in my...
Bro, my mom would kill you. She would hate this conversation even happening because she loves Stalker Channing.
Stalker Channing
she was in tons of stuff.
Only got her part because she was a client of the agency, the same agency as like the director. That part was supposed to go to Lucille Ball's daughter.
Okay, well, Nepo Baby versus Nepo Baby. I don't know. Maybe we call it a tie.
Michelle Pfeiffer's post-Grease career is
She has, Michelle Pfeiffer has fewer, better performances. John Travolta has infinite bad performances.
Yes.
So
his career is not...
They're a wash.
What we think it is. And...
It is exactly what... I know exactly what John Travolta's career is because I followed him closely throughout the 90s. I just watched Face Off. I'm intimately familiar. Broken Arrow You know, I watched him. I know he's bad. I know that, but he's the best at being bad. Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3, Swordfish. You know, like he made a huge career of making really bad action movies that I love.
So taking that mask off for objectively looking at his career.
It's good.
After the 70s, which is when Grease came out in 78.
Yeah. He had Saturday Night Fever.
No, that was before.
Urban Cowboy.
Urban Cowboy was after.
That's 3 big movies.
Now we skip. Okay, but one of those is before Grease. The other one is Grease, right? So I'm talking about after Grease. He's got Urban Cowboy.
Uh-huh.
Damn, I'm having trouble here. Look who's...
Just name his movies. He's got lots of good movies. Don't do that. Don't pretend like he doesn't have good movies.
He doesn't. So I gotta skip.
He's got Pulp Fiction.
Right, I gotta skip to 90. What was that, 4?
Oh, when did Batman Returns come out?
Batman Returns doesn't exist. That came out in 92.
Okay, so they had the same dry spell. Because she had Scarface, so he had Urban Cowboy.
Except that Grease...
And they both had dry spells until the 90s.
So, hers was earlier in the 90s, while Grease 2 was in 82 versus in the 70s. First of all.
When was Urban Cowboy?
Also, immediately after Grease 2, she does Scarface.
Yeah, she did Scarface.
She's also in 87 did Witches of Eastwick. She was in Dangerous Liaisons.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about...
In 88.
Also, Witches of Eastwick is not like some excellent movie.
But people love it.
Okay, but it's not like a great performance.
Dangerous...
People love Swordfish.
No, who loves Swordfish? Shut the fuck. You just watched Face Off, so I don't want to hear it. After Grease 2, she does...
Halle Berry's topless in Swordfish.
She is.
I'll have you know.
She is.
For the first time.
She does Scarface in 83, Witches of Eastwick in 87, Tequila Sunrise in 88, Dangerous Liaisons in 88, Dangerous Minds in 95, but after Batman Returns in 92, she's in One Fine Day, she's in Prince of Egypt, she's in What Lies Beneath, I Am Sam,
Don't call out Prince of Egypt.
They're both in Hairspray together. Prince of Egypt is a banger. What the hell are you talking about?
Get out.
Steve Martin's in Prince of Egypt, so it can't be bad.
We can both play this game. Honestly.
Just career for career after Grease. I think Michelle Pfeiffer's in more good movies than John.
Okay, after Grease, we've got Urban Cowboy, Staying Alive. We've got Look Who's Talking. Hello. You conveniently forgot that one. Look Who's Talking.
I think I win based
Came
on
out in
you
89.
listing.
Look Who's Talking 2, 1990.
Those movies suck.
You just lost this whole argument just based on saying that fucking asinine.
People are finding out
ridiculous
about
opinion.
your terrible movie taste, and I think it's a dead show.
I happen to have very popular movie taste, I'll have you know. So this movie's made a lot of money. You got all the Look Who's Talking movies, all 3 of them. You got Pulp Fiction, The Get Shorty, Phenomenon, Michael, Face Off,
Phenomenon,
Thin Red Line.
Michael,
Yeah, you don't like that movie?
This is fucking.
Yeah, where he's an angel.
This is nuts, dude. This is crazy.
You were naming every movie she did like they were all like critical darlings, and they just weren't. Just because people like different movies.
They were popular.
All the movies I just said were popular. Michael and Phenomenon were huge deals in the theaters.
But people hated them.
Nobody hated them. Everyone loved them.
I was alive at that
Michael.
time too. Those movies fucking suck.
You going to see a movie and saying this movie fucking sucks doesn't mean everyone hated them.
I remember the adult conversation around it when I was younger.
Okay, well maybe that has more to do with which adults you had around you than anything else.
The ones that showed me Grease 2.
Getting a lot of things lining up here. Dominoes falling into place.
You like Face Off, so I don't want to hear it.
Be cool.
I like to be cool.
I like to be cool.
So, objectivity.
It's a wash.
Okay, well, since their careers after is a wash, there are better performances as individual characters in Grease 2.
We can call it a tie.
I feel like Grease 2 wins based on Stephanie Zanoni.
Right, but you think Grease 2 wins in every category regardless.
That's not true.
Which one do you think they win in?
You'll
Which one do you
have
think Grease 1
you'll
wins
have to find out during that time.
in? Okay, well, let's move on.
So Grease 2 for this one, because Steph is better.
No. We could say tie if it makes you feel better, but it is Grease.
Grease 2 / maybe tie.
What did you write for opening number?
I wrote Grease 2.
Put /tie.
I will not.
We gotta move fast. We gotta move through this faster. We're an hour and 10 minutes in. We've made no progress.
I have all my drinks. All right.
I finished my Moscow Mule.
Yeah. Okay. Story. Can I really quickly I tried to jot down, like, if I had to very quickly tell you the story of Grease. Follows a student from Australia who immediately befriends a cool gang and is reunited with the guy she met at the beach. That couple's got to overcome, their social situation to kind of be together while their friends get pregnant and get ready for a race at the end of the movie.
Sounds a lot like teen life to me.
Okay. For Grease 2, I have it follows a student from England who's an outsider looking in on a cool gang who go through the school year trying to pass classes, go bowling, do a talent show.
Cheat for people.
While Michael learns to ride a motorcycle to win over Stephanie, who is fighting her social circle for independence.
Okay.
That sound right?
Sounds like a bad movie.
So this is what I'm saying about the two. It's like if I were to just do like A versus B, and we're not talking about like this is Grease, like the historically, like if we're just talking about the story, Grease 2 has a better story.
You understand you've said that about every single category that we've done so far.
It doesn't make me wrong. Look, so if we're doing
your whole argument is objectively Grease 2 is better.
No.
That's not fair.
Collectively, Grease 2 is better. But what I'm saying is, look, take out the other categories in a vacuum, story for story.
Grease 1 is better.
Why?
It's a better story.
Why?
More enjoyable.
Why?
More enjoyable, more relatable to the teen experience, which is what Grease is all about.
You think that Grease is the teen experience personified?
I think it is a very...
class.
Yeah, I didn't go to fucking school when I was a teenager. Did you?
Yes, we had to graduate. You're a liar.
I went to summer school, I'll have you know.
Liar.
It was easy. Yeah, I think that it hits on all the things that are dramatic about being a teenager, and you strip away the really stupid, boring, day-to-day, mundane stuff that no one cares about. Yes, it is a better look at the teen experience from a teen's perspective, which is that is very dramatic, not very like relevant to reality outside of your own, personal point of view. Yeah, I think Grease 1 is like not only more relevant, but like it does tackle like teen pregnancy and being pressured into doing things you don't want to do or trying to be someone who you're not. Because you want to be accepted by either a group or by a person that you're in love with or whatever.
They continue to be what they're not in that movie.
Yeah, that's because teens are fucking stupid.
Okay, so which is it, Dan? Because you've just flip-flopped.
I didn't flip-flop. Being a teenager, teenagers are objectively very dumb. They make the wrong choice all the time.
Uh-huh.
That's not flip-flopping. I'm saying it's reality.
But you just said, like, they're battling being who they're not. They just continue to be the same.
Yeah. Did you win every like struggle that you had as a teenager, or did you make the wrong choices and do the wrong fucking thing all the time? Okay, well maybe that's why you don't get it, because you never made any wrong choices throughout your life. But the rest of us living here in reality, we're faced with very tough choices, made the wrong choice, and continued to be the same fuck up all the way up into adulthood, never maturing.
Damn, I get why y'all want to be me now.
Don't say y'all. You say they, you don't say y'all.
Why was Sandy immediately just brought into the Pink Ladies?
Because she liked Danny.
No, they introduced her after she had befriended the Pink Ladies.
I think she got lucky because she met Frenchie first, and Frenchie's just a very kind and warm-hearted and accepting person.
Where did she meet
Frenchie? That's what it really boils down to. I don't remember.
Because they don't say.
She probably met her in the boardwalk at the beach.
It's always good. Tell, don't show.
They don't tell or show.
Usually the mark of
So-
a great story. I think it's unrealistic to have her befriend the coolest group immediately.
I think
it's
that,
weird.
well, they're very clearly established that she's only really friends with Frenchie. They show that very obviously. She knows Frenchie when she gets there. That's the first person she's talking to, and it's very much this is my new friend Sandy. This just you, and you also get that sense from Frenchie is that she's super chill among the other pink ladies, of which
I like Frenchie a lot.
Rizzo's a fucking asshole. So
Rizzo's also gross.
yeah,
Rizzo's disgusting. And this is not...
I think she's trying to be.
This is not a slut-shaming podcast. Like, do what you want to do, girl. What I think is the most disgusting thing about Rizzo, is that in the scene where they're all in the diner and they're at the jukebox or whatever, Rizzo comes out of the bathroom licking her ice cream cone. Fucking gross. Don't take your ice cream cone into the bathroom with you.
They're fucking dumb,
it's
dude.
It's the grossest thing anybody does in like a musical, for sure. It's every time I see her song should have been about that instead of whatever bullshit she's crying about.
Yeah.
It's so disgusting.
They could eat their ice cream in the bathroom.
We'll call it lick and piss.
Girls don't have the same experience in the bathroom.
I don't care. It's disgusting. Gross.
They have stalls. All stalls. They have no urinals. So the pee particles are not floating around the room.
Girls don't poop yet.
Let me also just say, objectively, every women's room I've ever been in was way worse than the guys from like a dirtiness perspective. So I'm not I'm not advocating for one over the other here. I'm a realist. I know what the deal is, but
you know what you don't do is take your ice cream cone into either.
I wouldn't.
She had all her friends there. Anyone could have held it.
She's built different.
Yeah, gross. She's built gross.
I'm not gonna be the kind of person who judges people, for their personal decisions.
I'll do it. That's disgusting.
It is gross.
But I digress.
Kids out there listening, don't take your ice cream cones in the bathroom.
Do you remember in A Night's Tale when we talked about how their love story is like that they already like each other?
Yeah.
They gotta fight to keep it. That's what Grease 1 does, and I like that about Grease 1, right? I just think there's a lot of details about that social situation that I think I don't really agree with or think make a lot of sense. The Sandy intro being one of them, that really bothers me. Kanicki's, I don't like that the leadership of the T-Bird is so ambiguous in that movie. I don't think that's...
No, Kanicki's the leader.
So, this has been a debate within my family for a long time. The synopsis of the movie literally says, Danny Zuko, the leader of the T-Birds.
The synopsis where?
Of the back of the DVD.
Somebody's getting fired for that.
So
I'm writing a letter.
He also, it's very well established, used to date Rizzo, who's the leader of the Pink Ladies. Right?
Yeah,
so
Kanicki's the leader, though.
Okay, but the movie is trying to set up Danny as a leader.
No, the movie sets up Kanicki
okay,
as a
but
leader.
You understand where I would get ambiguity from these things.
No, the movie sets it up very much that Danny was the leader and just moved away for whatever reason, and Kanicki has stepped in to fill that role.
You made that up. That's not what...
I didn't make that up. That's what the movie... That's the story.
It's not that. They get
How
there,
is it not?
They get there, the T-Birds see Kanicki. They greet him so excited until Danny walks in. And then it's like... Kanicki even makes a face like, fuck. They just blow him off all day, like everybody. Right. Danny's back now. He's supposed to be the leader of the T-Birds. However, there's a lot of continuity that would suggest I'm not sure. Right? Like him calling Danny his second when he goes to Thunder Road, right? Like my lieutenant.
Right,
Like that's
his lieutenant.
That's the biggest thing. Kaneki having a different colored jacket than everybody else, like that's different, right? But like all signs point to Danny being the leader of the T-Birds. You know what I mean? Like Kaneki never challenges him on shit. He stands up for Kaneki constantly, like who is getting bullied by the other T-Birds. That shit doesn't happen if you're the leader of the T-Birds.
Yeah, but every time he tells them to shut the fuck up, they shut the fuck up.
Danny tells him to shut the fuck up a lot of the time.
No, I know, but I'm saying when Kaneki says it, they also shut the fuck up.
Sure. Ambiguity, right? Like clearly they're in some order 1A and 1B. I think a case can be made for both.
You and I have had an extensive ongoing issue where I have no problem filling in the blanks narratively, mentally. And you get pissed when you have to. Because
it's not my job.
This is probably that. Yeah. I'm not like some nerd who like gets hung up on details. I'm here for the story, baby. Let's keep it going.
Literally are that. But but aside from that blatant lie you just told for some reason.
I didn't think you were gonna I thought you were gonna agree with the point, so you were just gonna concede that point along with
I think I have you in my phone as nerd who gets hung up on the details.
Oh, what? Can I be Daniel in there? I have you in my phone as Mateo Fideo Loco Kingram Dump Truck Alva.
Yeah, that's who I am. And
real hard to call you using my voice activation. Every time I'm like, call Mateo, and she's like, would you like me to call Mateo Fideo Loco? And I'm like, bitch, yes, there's only one.
Obviously, that's who I was talking about.
Okay, so story goes to Grease 1.
What?
We just established. It's the more interesting story. We've spent this whole time discussing it. Grease. A good story is one that interests you and holds your attention and gives you something to talk about.
No, it's not. But Grease 2 does that.
No, Grease 2 makes you yawn and roll your eyes.
Stop. You gotta, try to be objective about this stuff.
Alright, let me try.
Grease 2. Okay, look, it's Sandy's cousin. He meets Frenchie because he's a foreign exchange student.
Why is he from England instead of Australia?
That part I have in my notes with 3 question marks. I have no idea why he's from England. I don't know. But we have this problem with Sandy, too. So I'm like, whatever, right? Because with Sandy, it's like, you were here from Australia for a bit. There was a change of plans, and now you have to go to school in LA.
They moved
from Australia in the 50s. Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
That's dumb. That's why. Right? So they both have that.
Yeah.
So whatever, right? But okay, foreign exchange student. Frenchie is showing him around because she built that relationship with Sandy. He doesn't acclimate to anything, and he kind of has to
not at all.
Grind with his tools that he's good at to be around this group because he really likes this girl. Does work in the background to be able to get her attention. They go through the actual school year, right? We see all that stuff in the middle. I think it's good. It's not leading to. It's not leading to the race, right? Because they're graduating. It goes through the school year.
Right.
Beginning the first day of school to graduation, and they just kind of go through these hijinks throughout, right?
Yeah.
That's the race at the end is not good. It's not a good climax. It's not.
You're talking about Grease?
Yeah, I don't get that part of it, right? Whatever.
You think the motorcycle battle at the luau is a better climax?
I think it makes more sense to say I was chilling at this thing because I've just been doing school stuff all year. So I'm at this graduation party and my rival gang has ruined it and I've saved it for everybody. Then to say we're going to Thunder Road with my teacher.
He saved it by jumping over a pool.
Yeah, sick tricks.
I disagree. I don't know. I think it's dumb.
But more importantly, what that did was he revealed to everybody, I'm Michael.
Which is also, it's Michael.
In a cool way.
He's wearing goggles like a Martian, I think, at some point. Or like a spaceman is the line. Bro, what?
That's on purpose. They reference Superman comics in the movie.
Either way, bro.
Like, that's the point of that.
No, it's dumb.
And Superman's dumb, right?
Yeah, we've talked about this at length.
I'm glad I've gotten
At least Superman
I'm
had.
glad I've gotten you to
At least Superman had hypno glasses. Those weren't hypno goggles.
High school kids are dumb, dude.
I told you that.
I know. So
that's my argument.
So you can't disagree.
Yeah, I do disagree, and I agree with what I said earlier. Both. I'm Schrodinger's asshole over here. So Grease 1 wins then.
You're like not even trying to hear what I'm saying about the story of each.
Bro, but what you're saying is you're literally all you're doing is you're describing both stories, and then you're saying Grease 2's story is obviously better, but there's no real reason why it's better other than you just like it more.
No, it's the actual high school. Like, it goes through the high school year. There's no like, it's more effective at the story it's trying to tell about a high school gang, like a student body.
Why?
What? Like the big.
Like, why is it? How is it more effective?
It's his introduction into that world, I think, is a more realistic portrayal of those things. And I think that his quest to get Stephanie makes a lot more sense and has a lot more work behind it to justify the payoff than anything in Grease. Because in Grease, neither of them actually changed, they just changed clothes. Like, Danny Letter's in track, right?
Yeah.
Meaning he just showed up.
Yeah.
We never see it. It all happens off screen, aside from the one montage where he tries 6 different sports, which, by the way, goes way too fucking long. Also, in the basketball scene, what are they doing? There's 6 people. They're playing 3-on-3. He brings Danny. He says, "Okay, let's have you try it." He gives them the ball, and then
Danny tries to punch him.
And then he tries to punch him. Like, the goal was to have him play 4-on-3. To play, what were they doing? I don't. Anyway, I digress.
I took it as like a hey, try to like shoot the ball and make it, and he didn't.
Why would you try that anyway?
Understand that?
Whatever. Obviously, the coach is bad.
Now, this all gets so clear now. Now we see why Matt hates Grease 1 so much.
I don't hate Grease 1.
He fixated on an element that he hated, and then he extrapolated it throughout the entire movie.
Doesn't make any sense. Anyway, we never see him like be in track, do anything like that. Like, Michael gains a skill and gets really, really, really good at it. Lives 2 lives. Like, we see him put the work in, right? And he doesn't betray anything that he is immediately. He's still. The whole point is he's 2 things, right? Like, he
does like lie by omission throughout the entire movie.
Sure. But who isn't doing that in high school, right? But the whole point of the movie is like, I really got to find a way to present to her that I'm the person she's looking for because I put in all this work, right? Like, there's work that leads to a payoff. And in Grease 1, the whole big scene at the end is Sandy changing clothes and Danny changing clothes, but neither of them do anything throughout the whole movie other than each other dirty.
The thing that you're like glossing over here and pretending like it's not like narratively important is that the movie shows you that they are both willing to be people they're not because they love each other. But they both are also very accepting of who the other person is without ever having realized it. It's literally like the gift of the Magi. You're not supposed to focus on the fact that they changed clothes. In narrative, sometimes you demonstrate a feeling by showing someone do something symbolically. So she symbolically puts on the greaser outfit, the pink lady, to show that she's like, I'll be who you want me to be. I just want to be with you. He's wearing his stupid fucking Letterman because he's like, I'll be like the clean cut guy because I want to be with you. And then they both realized they could just be themselves. And they're just going to love each other and it's fine. And that's the whole point of the story. When they're singing, the whole end of the movie is they fly off into the sky, into the sunset in love.
Shit.
Yeah, only because she doesn't have a Letterman she could throw off in that moment. But that is the symbolism of the moment, is that I'm willing to be who you want me to be.
But
and he's like, I don't want you to be that. I just want you to be who you are.
That's not what he says. He's got chills. They're multiplying. He's losing control. He fucking loves it. He doesn't
he
ever
just loves
say,
her, though.
You don't gotta be that. You're filling it in.
It's about her willing
based on what?
To come over to his side.
Where does he,
based on everything we've seen thus far,
ever say you don't have to do XYZ? They have problems the whole movie because she's not the same.
No, they have problems the whole movie because he's embarrassed
because
of what she looks
which
like.
Is not traditionally,
and he thinks that she feels the same about him.
So what's the fix?
So he's trying to hide her from his friends. Right. He's trying also to hide himself from everyone else because he's afraid of being seen how he is. Until he realizes that she's cool with this, she don't give a fuck. And then he's just, all right, well, I guess I just get to be in love then, and I get to be myself, and I don't have to change shit.
You're filling this in because she literally sings a song about changing who she is.
All she sings a song about is that she loves him.
No, she doesn't. Time for you to start anew. You know what you must do.
Them to start a relationship.
Change. She's changing herself. That's the point. And
all she's changing is that she's being more open-minded.
And she never, ever gets told, you don't have to do that. I liked you how you were. That never happens.
It's all implied.
Where?
In the movie. The entire movie is based on that.
He throws the Letterman jacket, right? Shredding the part where he changed. Now they're both just greasers, and he's like, at last we can share everything. Like, that's not the same as what you're saying. He's
not shredding all the changes he's made. All the whole movie is about is their willingness to change.
Hasn't made, by the way.
They both were willing to change. They both did it.
Except she's the only one that had to keep it?
She didn't have something she could toss off in that moment. Otherwise, she would have done the same.
But what are you saying was pointing to him being like, you never had to do that?
I don't think that it was more about him telling her she never had to do it. It was more about, I never had to hide. You know what I'm saying?
The only reason he's not is because she's now doing the thing that he would find acceptable for his social circle.
I think it's, the way I've always interpreted it is that she thought it wasn't acceptable.
But it wasn't. That's why he was so happy when she changed it.
He realized that she didn't think it was unacceptable.
The movie can still be good without there being that in it. I'm just telling you, that's not what is portrayed in the movie.
That's not what you got out of the movie, is what's
because
happening.
It's not there.
You don't have the media literacy
because
to understand it.
It's not there, Dan.
You don't have the media literacy to understand it?
What was the text in the movie that would make me think that?
It's called subtext.
Away subtext? Not reading at all?
Between the lines.
You're wanting something that's not there, and that's what people do with Grease, though. Honestly, is they project innocence, and they project good morals, and they project like a golden age nostalgia on that movie, which is what this is.
Which is the mark of a good story. It's appealing to everyone.
But I like that Grease 2
just says it.
Shows the work. Like, they do what you're supposed to do in story, which is show you.
So you just like montages is what this is boiling down to.
No, it's not. It's beyond montage. He demonstrates several times that he has mastered this skill.
Through
Who's That Guy?
Through training montages.
End scene. One, as an action movie lover, I know you don't hate montages. I know you don't look down on them, so nice fucking try. But two, how much do you want out of a musical? Like, that's what they got.
I don't think that this is like the narrative slam dunk that you think it is, like the story slam dunk. You're saying that Grease 2 is better because it shows that he wanted to be with this girl, he figured out what he needed to do to be with her, and then he did what he needed to do and he got the girl. And that's why Grease 2 is better. Yeah, Sandy doesn't compromise herself.
He literally changes her entire personality.
She doesn't change her personality because she dresses a certain way.
She's smoking.
She literally just shows him like, hey, I'm down. However you want this to go, I'm in. Let's do it. I just want to be with you. We'll do it together. That's it.
For me, changing. Sandra's whole character is
He also changed.
She's a
Michael 100% changed to be with Zanoni. He wasn't a fucking cool writer. He literally did all that so he could get in her pants.
He stayed the scholarly guy that he was the entire time. He can just now also ride a motorcycle.
And it's super cool that Zanoni was like, I only want to date guys that ride motorcycles.
I enjoy people being up front. You're one of those guys who took the wrong message from 500 Days of Summer.
No, I thought the wrong message. I understand the message of 500 Days of Summer. I don't think that Homeboy is the good guy in that movie. I don't at all. And I do appreciate when people are like upfront about what they want. I think sometimes what they want is like a really superficial and shitty thing to want, which objectively makes that person like a bad person, right? So,
but she also likes
Zanoni,
Michael.
like
she struggled letting go of the code, which she's
you know what we'll never know. You know what they don't say?
What?
If she would have liked Michael if he wasn't the cool writer.
They do.
They don't. They imply it
at the hamburger scene. So we're just different types is all. It's like different types. She's like, it's the pink lady code, okay? He's like, the code stinks. Like, very clearly, she's citing the reason they can't be together, and that's that he can't ride a motorcycle. She likes him.
She did. You don't know if she likes him.
That whole scene is about, like, their chemistry.
That whole... Okay, maybe she likes him, but she, like, won't be with him because he can't ride a motorcycle because of the pink lady code.
Correct.
That's fucking goofy.
It's high school. They're in a gang.
Either way, it's really goofy. Also, she doesn't want to be a pink lady, obviously.
She does. She doesn't want Johnny.
She doesn't want to be
no
a pink
one's
lady.
trophy.
That seems very clear. Yeah.
I don't know what we're going to do about this story one.
I don't think... I think that you're like... I think that you're making good points. I really do. I just don't think that Grease 2 has the better story. I think that it's more vapid and shallow. And I think that Grease 1...
I'm illustrating the opposite
even
of that.
if we're not... You're arguing the opposite of that.
Right.
Because you're saying that Grease 1 doesn't say what it says. You're saying that I'm assuming what it says rather than it saying what it says.
I can point to the scenes in the movie that are making me draw my conclusion. And I don't think that's true of Grease. I don't. I love that movie. I don't think that it's in there.
You don't love Grease.
I do love
because
Grease.
you spend the entire time saying everything good about it is bad.
No, I love Grease. I think it's great.
You're just saying I love Grease,
No,
but
I think
every
it's
time
a
you
great
are
movie.
asked to like
Great movie.
talk about a point, that doesn't matter because everything about the movie, you're like, I don't like this, I don't like that. This isn't true. That isn't true.
I think you're becoming entrenched.
Well, yes, I did tell you that would happen. There's not a path to agreement here, I think. Because I just watched Grease 2. Just watched it. And all I could think of was, I don't understand why he loves this movie so much. I can get behind the Michelle Pfeiffer stuff. And I can see how he would think that Cool Rider is an excellent... Mixed it a little strong, did you?
God. Dude, all right. So I've done the I've done the Moscow Mule thing. I just poured myself a Dark and Stormy.
Uh-huh.
And they had a black rum there, but it wasn't the one that is like traditionally put in Dark and Stormies.
Right.
This one's
Goslings.
Yeah, Goslings. This one's 47% alcohol, which I didn't realize when I bought it.
That's high.
So I took a drink of it like it was the Mule. And it is not that. This is 94 proof rum, and it made me cough. So sorry about that. A lot.
I saw it in your eyes. You were like, holy shit. Pour some more ginger in there, bro.
They only come in these convenient little mixer cans.
Alright, I'm going to make my Dark and Stormy now then. Did you reuse the same glass?
Yeah. The Moscow Mule glass.
I wonder how that's going to affect the taste, huh?
That would just make me die of lead. Oh, that one's going to go down slow.
Yeah, just take baby sips.
I'm already feeling pretty good. I've had 2 mules.
So they didn't have Goslings at my store either, and I actually went to 2 stores yesterday looking for it, and they didn't have it at either. So what I ended up getting was Appleton Estate rum. And really, the only reason for that is I looked up, right, like Dark N Stormy. And it's like the official Dark N Stormy rum is only Gosling's Black Seal. That's specifically made for that. That's the best one. And if you want to make a Dark N Stormy, that's what you got to use. And I was like, oh, okay, lit. So then I look for it, can't find it. I'm like, fuck. Well, how? I was like, how to make a Dark N Stormy without Goslings? And it was like, we think these are the 5 best rums to use. And then I just went down the list. And, they don't have that. They don't have that. They don't have that. And then they had Appleton Estate. I also won a bottle of Appleton rum. It wasn't the estate rum. It was the cheap rum when I went to Jamaica on a cruise.
Congratulations.
Oh my God. I just connected the dots on this. And I swear to God, I'm not making this up. At some point, we need to have my mom on this podcast so she can validate these stories I'm telling you. I swear to God, I won that Appleton bottle of rum on a trivia night at the cruise, and I'm pretty sure that the winning question was about Greece.
Whoa!
I swear to God, I'm not 100%. I know they asked a Greece question. I can't remember if it was the winning question or not, but it was like, what is the character that John Travolta played in the blah 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 hit movie Grease, like that very, very cheap thing.
Yeah.
But it was really about who could like buzz in quickest because we were all really drunk at the time. Mm-hmm. So they were throwing softballs at us.
That's funny.
But I gotta get my mom. I gotta call my mom and ask her if I'm misremembering that. But I do remember Grease was involved. That's crazy. I didn't even put that together till right now.
I meant to say this earlier. Did you know what they wanted the Grease 2 sequel to be initially?
No, I know that they had asked John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John to come back, and they said no.
They did. So the script was for them to come back as Danny and Sandy are a married couple who run a gas station. And there was a song for Travolta called Gas Pump Jockey. And that was going to be like his number. But I think it was more like a cameo situation, kind of like that 90s show.
Oh.
And they would have been like the grounding to the original story.
Yeah.
And so they
would have been Zeno.
They passed. They were like, I'm not going to do
that.
that. Then they went to, okay, well, we'll follow Kaniki and Rizzo because they're like the second group. But Stockard Channing wanted to focus on stage acting versus movie acting.
Right.
Couldn't bring them back. So then they were like, all right, we'll just follow Rydell then. And so that's why we end up with a whole different cast of people and stuff, which had an effect on the box office.
And the lady.
They were like, where the fuck are all the people from Greece? Which was already
where's all the people that tie it to the original? Yeah.
Already hit.
I do think that people are unfairly hard on Grease 2. Very much so. I think that people don't realize that it's supposed to be a comedy heavy, like more comedy heavy. I think they try to take it at face value the way Grease 1 was, and it makes it less enjoyable for those who don't realize Grease. It should be campy.
Like, it's not Grease.
It's not.
It's not that.
It's a standalone movie. Honestly, if they would have just made it at a different fucking high school and not called it Grease 2, it probably would have been a way bigger movie than it was. This is good.
Yeah, mine is strong, dude.
Mine's really good.
I might make some.
This might be better than a Moscow Mule.
Sequels often are. So, despite my good points for story, you're not in on the story of Grease 2.
I think the story for Grease 1 is better.
Is there anything I could say that would make you be like, no? Like,
I've seen
like I get
movies.
it. Like I get. Not make you say no. Make you get what I'm saying about Grease 2.
I understand what you're saying about Grease 2. You're saying that from a purely narrative perspective, story 2, Grease 2 has a better, more structurally sound story. It hits better, more solid beats, story-wise. Grease 1 misses a lot of those beats, and you have to fill in a lot of the blanks yourself. Right? Okay. I don't think that makes the story of Grease 2 better. I think it's telling a different story. And I enjoy Grease 1's story more. That's what I'm saying.
Despite those shortcomings.
I don't think there's shortcomings. I think they're strengths.
Leaving out what you're talking about is a strength.
Yes, because let me fill this in for you, okay? Or like where I'm coming from.
Uh-huh.
Is an actor a better actor if they bring themselves into every role? Or are they a better actor if they embody the character that they're trying to be?
I don't think it matters. I think it depends on the actor. So, like, that's like Daniel Day-Lewis versus Leo DiCaprio, right?
Case by case. Yeah, okay. Okay. Let me take a different tack then. I think there's a higher potential for enjoyment if you can fill in the blanks yourself sometimes, because you're telling yourself the story in a way that will please you more. You're not being force-fed things that you don't enjoy. Instead, you're just being given the pieces that are important, and then you are bringing yourself in to enjoy the story more and making it more relatable.
Okay, but can you also get on board with the fact that someone who was writing a story would be disgusted by that notion?
I think that
that's not the goal of a writer, right?
I think the goal of a writer is to make the target audience enjoy their story
that they wrote, that they're not like what you're describing is why Stranger Things is such a disaster. It's because it's like you decide. And I think like a good story is written by somebody who is conveying the ideas that they want to convey through their art.
Maybe there's a tremendous market for both, and maybe we're the two different audiences.
So you're saying Ty?
I think Grease 1 is the better story. I do. Because I think it appeals to a broader audience, and I think it is more relatable than Grease 2 is. You know what's funny? And this is kind of like a little left field, but this is also kind of where my mind is at, right? Did you ever see the movie Election with fucking
No.
Reese Witherspoon and Matthew Broderick?
No. Nobody did.
In that movie, Matthew Broderick is the protagonist, but he sucks. Objectively, he sucks.
Right.
But the movie is very much from his perspective, and it's very much paints him as a hero. Mm-hmm. And if you talk to people about that movie, they will not like it on that basis. Because they're like, no, because this guy fucking sucks, and he's like, and they're making it seem like he's great, even though he's a piece of shit, right? Mm-hmm. But like the subtext there is that, yeah, that's kind of the point, is that the guy you can relate to and you feel shameful that you relate to him is a shitty guy, because you're kind of shitty in that same way. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing that people do. They don't like the successful. Reese Witherspoon plays a very ambitious and successful student who's very fucking obnoxious and annoying. Mm-hmm. And the movie paints her that way the whole time. When she doesn't do anything wrong. She literally is just like trying to be successful. She's trying to be a good person. And though they show you the movie as though like you're Matthew Broderick, where you fucking hate her, where she's a student and he's a teacher. Why would a teacher ever hate a fucking student? Mm-hmm. You know, like that's not your job to like torpedo this person's childhood. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I think that's like the same spirit here, is like, if you can see, if the story's told in a way that makes it easy for you to put yourself in there or understand the choices that are being made and kind of like fill in those blanks and stuff like that, then I enjoy it more. I think it's better to do that. I also absolutely can see your point that like a story should hit certain beats, right? It's like when writers talk about the hero's journey, right? Like these things need to happen if you're going to tell an accurate story about a hero. That's why movies are always in trilogies.
Yeah, I think it's the writer's job to do that.
I think that a writer can not do that and still tell a great story if they're a good writer. I think that you're probably right that like from a writer's perspective, a lot of writers would probably hate that because then it's like lazy, you know, or whatever. But I don't think that would really detract from somebody might enjoy it more that way. I mean, Choose Your Own Adventure books were a whole fucking thing, you know? Give yourself goosebumps, right? Like, there's a market out there for it.
I think if we were...
And obviously it has broad appeal because people overwhelmingly like Grease 1 over Grease 2.
But that's nostalgia-based. And I'm talking about story in a vacuum.
People don't experience anything in a vacuum, man. You know that.
Yeah, well, they should have made a fucking podcast. That's what I think.
I don't know, man. I guess it's like, I think that maybe to me, what it feels like is that you're underselling the X Factor.
Well, that's not the category.
I know, but that's Grease.
Category story.
I know, but Grease is an entire story of the X Factor. Grease 2 is an entire lesson in shitty movie making.
It's not a shitty movie on its own. You just said that, so.
I'm like trying to be objective here, but objectively, when I sat there and watched it, I was like, I don't enjoy this.
We're 2 hours in and we're less than halfway done, so.
I would have so much work to do.
So let's go to dancing and choreography, which we already kind of stepped on earlier, so maybe it won't go as long.
Grease 2 has better choreography.
It is. It is. That's
true.
Are you familiar with I know we've got very different interests, but the Michael Jordan, LeBron James debate about how toxic the online discourse is about those two things?
Oh, not about that aspect of it, but I'm very familiar with the argument.
So people,
I just mentioned it at work. That maybe it's not like always objectively true that Jordan is like better than, and people got pissed.
Yeah, the Gen X doesn't like that.
At me.
Yeah.
Angry.
Gen X doesn't like it, but
very angry.
But like,
would not entertain the conversation.
My goat, just to put on the record, my goat is Michael Jordan. But LeBron James is the one person who, if you mention him, I'm not going to argue with you.
Yeah.
If you mention him, I say, well, maybe. You know, like,
yeah.
I like Jordan. Jordan's my guy, but you know, I could see why you would say that.
I framed it that way to the people I were talking to, and they were like, "Fuck you." Don't say LeBron's name.
We could do a whole podcast on this, right? And I've been asked a lot, but we're not going to do that. One of the really, really, really toxic points of discourse about LeBron versus Jordan is that like Jordan didn't play anybody, so like the meme argument is that Jordan was playing against a bunch of plumbers and electricians, right? Like that's what the most toxic LeBron fan puts out there about Jordan, right?
Yeah, right.
And in my notes, I have Grease 1 played a bunch of plumbers. Like
it wasn't competing with anybody.
It's just noticeably. Grease is one of those movies where like it's always on. We talked about that, and everyone's watched it, even if it's in the background 50 plus times, right?
Yeah. And
normally that would benefit a movie like this, but when you've watched it that many times, you start to your field of vision starts to widen. You start watching what's in the background more often, and the dancing in Grease is not good.
It's tough.
It's not good.
It's tough. Yeah.
Particularly in the national bandstand scene.
Yeah.
Like none of the dancing is good in that entire scene.
Yeah.
It's a whole cast scene, so everyone's in it. And nobody's good except for Travolta and Olivia Newton-John briefly. What are we talking about here? Like they're not good at it. They're not good at it.
I don't know that I've ever cared about or thought about the dancing in Grease to begin with.
Right.
Like I always have thought it was about the songs. Like it's just I enjoy the songs. But you and I did briefly discuss about John Travolta's like dancing ability. John Travolta's like a classically trained dancer.
Is he?
His mom had a dance. Yeah, his mom had a dance studio. He trained with Danny Terrio to do Saturday Night Fever. Like he's not ballet level like how Patrick Swayze was like a ballet dancer. But he did grow up being a dancer his entire life. His mom is a famous, I guess, dancer. I don't know if she's famous, but she was a prolific dancer. So obviously he's got, the edge, at least in terms of experience, right? I honestly have never thought of him as like a great dancer. In my personal opinion, I think that his confidence combined with being proficient at it is like what elevates him to the next level. Because he's a good dancer. He is. He's like competent. He's got good rhythm. He's got good timing. He's a good dancer. But his fucking confidence pushes it.
Yeah, but that's dancing
a little bit, And it is. Yeah, that's like 50% of dancing anyway. Is are you invested in what you're doing? Are you committed to the bit?
Right.
So like in his case, he is always 100% committed. He's absolutely fucking dancing his ass off. But I do think that I think that if you had someone who was a technically proficient dancer, a very renowned dancer, they might not agree that John Travolta's like a good, dancer, because I'm sure that.
But those guys aren't movie stars, right? Like that's the thing.
Yeah,
and
he's doing both. Yeah,
and I want to put out there that I think John Travolta's probably pound for pound the best movie dancer in history, and I don't think it's close.
In history,
movies,
and it's not
purely on the screen.
You're saying like he dances in the movie.
Yeah, in movies, right? So like Grease would be a notch on that belt, but we also got Saturday Night Fever. We also have Pulp Fiction. We also have Urban Cowboy. You know what I mean? Like we have these performances with like these. If you're talking about the history of cinema and you were doing a montage of dancing scenes, how many of those scenes would Travolta be?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
And it's funny you talk about Swayze, like that's exactly who we're talking about, right? Is like Swayze and Walken and these people who maybe aren't like great ballet dancers.
You would have to go to older, like kind of more forgotten. Like Gene Kelly is probably more like he's good at it. He does it in all his movies. They kind of expect to see him do it in his movie. Fred Astaire is another one. But those are a different category, I think.
Like movie stars. Like what we think of as a traditional movie star.
My mom would fucking slit your throat if you implied that Gene Kelly was not a movie star. Just FYI. But I get what you're saying. Like modern movie stars.
Yeah,
and I honestly...
That's cool. Like if I was pro-segregation, definitely. Gene Kelly would have been the first thing I said, right? But as a normal American in this time, I think
I don't know Gene Kelly's social political leanings, so I'm not going to comment on it.
I don't either, but I know everybody who touts Gene Kelly maybe has a certain color hat on, and they all are.
No, my mom's not that.
I didn't say your mom.
She loves singing in the
Although
rain.
your mama
you
wears
said
a MAGA
everybody
hat.
Who loves Gene Kelly.
Although your mama wears a MAGA hat is a funny your mama joke, but that's not what I was saying.
Yeah. My mom just famously does not. But I think most people get like one. They get like one movie where they get a good dance scene, and he's got a bunch. So obviously he's doing great. Even Be Cool has like a dance scene that was trying to evoke Pulp Fiction in it, where he dances. So obviously he's got that. He's got that down. Kevin Bacon had like Footloose.
Yeah, but that one's bad.
Patrick Swayze. I've never seen Footloose.
Whoa.
I refuse to watch it. Seems awful.
It's not like it's cool. Like for if you grew up
for what it is
with it, but
out.
Yeah,
I'm out. I missed the boat on that, and I don't want to go back and ride it.
But that's exactly what happens if you didn't see it.
Patrick Swayze had Dirty Dancing,
which rules. That movie rules.
Dirty Dancing is a very, very good movie. Both of them are very good movies. You like Havana Nights too?
I've never seen it. It's most effective as a joke in Bob's Burgers for me. They're all getting together in a van to watch Dirty Dancing Havana Nights in the little DVD player.
Yeah.
That's great. Good joke.
Patrick Swayze has Dirty Dancing. Sam Rockwell has Charlie's Angels a little bit. He dances in there a little bit, but yeah, most people have like one good dance scene in them, maybe. And
he's so lengthy.
Yeah, John Travolta has it.
Like if you went to a wedding and John Travolta danced like he dances in movies, you'd be like, that guy fucking dances his ass off.
He's who Vince Vaughn thinks he is in Wedding Crashers.
Yeah.
No, I know you're lying through your teeth. I think he's an excellent dancer. I do think that Grease 1 suffers from, like you mentioned, it's not a good thing that it didn't really have any competition out there, because it has been mostly whitewashed in history as being like a fun movie about dancing, when really it's just a good music movie. Dancing is rough. Yeah, it's like John Travolta and that one guy who does like the babbling his lips gesture at the last dance with his feet sideways. Like that extra is really good in all of the dances. Hey, that guy's killing it. But the guy who does the weird walk, I love that guy. Yeah, he's great. He stands out in my brain. Yeah, he's great.
Everybody knows who I'm talking about, which is how you know he's really good. But
Yeah.
outside of that, and especially in the scenes where you're supposed to see great dancing, there is none.
You didn't like Kaneki going to the ground with the
Kaniki's like
stones?
especially bad. He's like jerking himself off on the dance floor. I guess
I think,
that's cool.
yeah. Isn't he doing the Degeneration X move?
No, because I would have loved it.
Doesn't he go?
I'm
Doesn't he
wearing
go like
I'm
that?
wearing a DX shirt right now.
I know. Isn't he doing that in that scene?
No,
I'm pretty sure he is.
I just watched it 2 times yesterday. He's definitely not.
I'm gonna find that clip, and you're gonna have to do a retraction on air.
But Travolta's lanky. He's charismatic. He's fun.
Yeah, and good,
Good.
like serviceably good.
But on like counterpoint, Michelle Pfeiffer in Grease 2 is like the same version of that, except Stephanie Zanoni again is like melting the entire set.
Right,
The whole movie.
she's on a different level, and she's winging it.
Oh yeah, the dry your hands move in Cool Rider, when she's like going side to side doing that, and then she like does the like shaking dance move. It's incredible stuff. Like it's
John
good.
Travolta grew up in dance studios.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. Michelle Pfeiffer just came in and was like, "All right, I guess I'll dance."
Yeah, yeah.
And also the rest of the cast is obviously they know what they're doing. They're moving in a way that makes sense.
They brought them
cohesive.
into dance.
Yeah, that's what they're there for.
Yeah.
So I think Grease 2 definitely is the clear winner in dancing and choreography. John Travolta notwithstanding.
Yeah, I agree. We did it.
So that's 1 for Grease 2, and we have 3 for Grease 1 so far.
Don't do that.
Songs. We're gonna have to agree to disagree on songs. I like Cool Rider. I think that's maybe the best song in both movies.
So I disagree with you if we're talking about just song.
Just song?
Yeah, if we're talking about as just a song, what's the best song of each? I disagree that it's Cool Rider. Because
Hopelessly Devoted is way up there.
Hopelessly Devoted is
too.
to me as just a song, incredible. Like in the pantheon of music for just a movie
From movies.
is way up there for me.
Hopelessly Devoted is an all-time excellent song.
That song was actually also added at the end after shooting from Grease.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it wasn't going to be in there. They realized Sandy didn't have a song by herself, so they added Hopelessly Devoted in there for her to sing, which is why nobody else is in that scene.
She's killing it.
Yeah, I don't get why she puts the paper in the pool, but I understand and I like the song.
She was going to write Danny a letter, and then she wasn't.
But she's singing about being hopelessly devoted to him. If someone was hopelessly devoted to me, they better be writing me a letter.
That's why Marty's writing letters, because she's hopelessly devoted to all 17
and every one of them.
boyfriends.
She's crazy.
Yeah. She's crazy, bro.
I also never understood why Danny just didn't try to date Marty, because she's the baddest one.
She is, by far, but
So
maybe he just don't like competition.
Yeah, I guess. But he was only
She also doesn't seem that interested in him.
Or anyone, I guess.
She's that girl that's too hot for anybody at her school.
So she tries to date Vince Fontaine.
Yeah. That's so random, bro.
I was thinking about this, like, the Vince Fontaine creep aspect of this movie.
Rough.
But like,
rough.
And then they bring it back in Grease too, where the blonde teacher is like, he's like, I'd like to see all of you, and she's like, you just might, right? So they do pervert teachers or pervert adults in both movies, which is like a part of everyday life, obviously, unfortunately. But I remember thinking, like, I had a girlfriend in high school, like throughout a lot of high school. But I do remember being at dances and seeing like some of the administrators, how they would act. And I remember thinking, so if I were single, I got to compete with everybody in here and the vice principal. That's bullshit, because I make a lot less on my job than he does. This sucks. And so I just thought about Sonny, like when he's like, I guess if you like older guys, like that would be super valid for sure.
He's bad, bro. He was bad. He's like, what? I gotta compete with Vince Fontaine, bro? This guy's on TV. That's not fair.
It's funny. But getting back to the songs part, I think Hopelessly Devoted in a vacuum as a song is better. But if we're talking about in the movie, I think if we put together the performance plus the song of Cool Rider, I think you're right.
I also was not separating them. I'm picturing Michelle Pfeiffer singing Cool Rider. Whoa. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
But if I was just listening to him, I probably would never listen to Cool Rider. I wouldn't just be like, oh, I'm going to put Cool Rider on, listen to it. I might put Hopelessly Devoted on.
They're both on my songs on Spotify. Like, I enjoy both songs as songs. I'm sure some of that is just me associating the memory of Cool Rider, but that's whatever, right? Like it's still in there. So, I think those are two. So this will piss a lot of people off, but it will also kind of surprise you. Is that I took the liberty of listing the top 20 songs from both movies in one list, right?
Let's hear it.
But what might surprise you is that it was 5 and 5 for the top 10 and for the bottom 10.
Oh wow!
So I have them as a wash.
What's the top 5
for me?
Okay.
Top 5 is Hopelessly Devoted, Cool Rider, which again we talked about. Those can be swaps.
Right. Those are very close.
Summer Nights.
Yep.
Back to School Again.
Tough choice.
You're the one that I want.
Right.
Prowlin'.
Oh no, bro! You did not put Prowlin' in the top 5. Oh no.
Girl for All Seasons.
Oh.
Sandy.
Yeah.
Beauty School Dropout.
Hi. Yeah, that one's good.
And Who's That Guy? Round out my top 10.
I agree with you about all the Grease 1 songs and Cool Rider.
But look, okay, so here's the difference.
I agree with the order too. Actually,
Yeah.
that's how I would have put them too, because that's about. Summer Lovin' is excellent.
It's
an excellent,
fantastic song, other than like the creepy friends. But if someone did,
yeah, the call and response on those are tough.
If someone did like the Baby It's Cold Outside remake of Summer Night,
just leave out the call and response.
that would go so hard. But the difference between the perspective of me and you is that I grew up with Grease 2. So
yeah.
Most people only have a nostalgia for the first movie, and they came across the second one later with all the baggage of it being a flop, right? I don't have that. They were shown to me pretty close together.
Yeah, you're like, look at these two good movies.
Right. So there's that difference in perspective.
Yeah,
for sure.
I get it, yeah. And I can't imagine if I probably would have a very different opinion of Grease 2 if I had seen it before I was like 15.
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw it for the first time when I was 39. So, you know? And my first exposures to it was when I was in my mid-30s or early 30s, and it was only ever Back to School Again, pretty much exclusively, with the exception of Cool Rider. Which I would always be like, damn, that's Michelle Pfeiffer. That's how that would always go.
Yeah.
I know that I have a heavy bias on those songs. I imagine that most people's experience with it is probably pretty similar to mine.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I would say that it's probably a wash on those because they.
So here's my tiebreaker, right? Is because I could go through the second half of my top 20, right? I have at number 11 to start the top 20. I have Reproduction because that song goes hard. Right after that, I have Grease, the title song.
Uh-huh.
Do It For Our Country, which I think is the funniest song of any of the movies. It's so hilarious when she's like, "You think my mother will approve?" And he's like, "Your mother don't even have to know about it." It's so funny to me. Do It For Our Country. Then I have Look at Me, I'm Sandra D. Let's Bowl Tonight. Grease Lightning.
Isn't it? I thought it was We're Gonna Score Tonight.
Whatever it is. Then we have Grease Lightning, which is a bad song.
I disagree.
The last song of Grease, the nonsense song, Whamma Lamma Damma, couldn't get it, get out. That's.
Oh yeah.
Turn Back the Hands of Time because I like the whoa part in the second verse. And here are the bottom two.
Okay.
Rizzo's song and
I could be how I could love
There Are Worse
or
Things
whatever.
I Could Do,
Yeah.
right? Which
the worst thing I could do.
Which first off, let me tell you that every woman in my life is going to be extremely pissed off that that was number 19 and that I don't like it, and that, in my opinion, these bottom two songs are when you can get up and do whatever you got to do during the movie. So like if you got something a pizza in the oven, if you got a delivery at the door, if you got to let your dog out, Rizzo songs.
You're checked out on There's Worse Things I Could Do?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Tough.
And what I'll say to them
take.
is you don't have a podcast, and I do. But the absolute worst song in both movies by a wide margin is Michael's song.
Yeah.
When he's walking through the hallways and like the song, I guess, is his inner thoughts. So the song is the volume is low on his voice.
Yeah.
Almost to the point that you can hear the chatter in the hallway over what he's saying. Over
him. Yeah.
He's also a bad singer, and it's a boring song, and there's no merit to it at all. I fucking hate that song. I think that song is so bad. That
you think it's a wide margin between like
I think it's by far
Rizzo's and his.
I think it's by far the worst song in both movies. So because of that, I would give the edge to Grease 1 song wise.
To Grease 1, okay. Because everything else is a wash, but they have by far the worst
catalog in Grease 2. Like I think Grease 2's got more going for it in the bottom half of the roster.
Okay.
And Grease 1 does, but the bottom is so bad on the. That song sucks. Really, really, really.
I'm not going to. I'm going to take yes for an answer here then.
Well, all right. Grease 1 will win, but I just kind of want to hear your thoughts about it.
I think Reproduction is also bad on the same level of being bad as Michael's. Michael's song was bad, and I remember getting on my phone, which I famously hate, right? Like doing that. But I was just like, bro, what is happening? And I just started like browsing my phone, being like, give me something else to do, bro. Yeah. This is tough. I also just thought the Reproduction song was like, again, to me, just corny. I didn't think it was funny. So I think if you don't think it's funny, then you don't enjoy it. If you think it's funny, then it's probably fine. Like it's a better song. But I think you have to be in on the joke to think it's funny. So I feel the same way about we're gonna score tonight. To me, it's too on the nose. Like.
Well, it's a riff on Summer Lovin'.
Yes, I know.
So like.
Well, no, I didn't know it was a riff on Summer Lovin'. I thought it was just a song about horny teenagers.
In Summer Lovin', he says went bowling at the arcade. But he does. I took her bowling at the arcade. But he does this with his two fingers, implying some action.
They did other stuff,
right?
Yeah.
And so this is that time. You know what I mean? Like the camp version of what's going on there, right? But like. So you can't be too mad at it because it was born of that. But
yeah. I also think that you're absolutely right that Grease 1 gets nostalgia buff to innocence.
Yes,
it's not innocent.
It is not.
It's wildly nasty movie. Grease Lightning is a crazy horny song.
Yeah,
like. Yeah. Summer Lovin', super horny song. Yeah. Like all these songs, very, very over the top. But they're catchy and they're easy to sing along with. So I know I was singing along to these songs at like 8. And that's crazy to me.
For sure. 8 years old, I would have had Grease Lightning at the top of this list.
Yeah. I remember being so disappointed when I was a little kid and realizing that they hadn't actually turned the car into...
Yeah, that bummed me out. I was also disappointed that they didn't turn the car into the car in the thing.
Hey, the Grease Lightning fake imagination car is way cooler than what the car actually ended up being.
All they did was...
Which I guess is the point.
They painted a lightning strip on it. But yeah, that was the only point.
Bolmuto fucking roasted their ass again.
Yeah, he cooks
about
them.
That shit.
He cooks them the whole time.
He said, "You're gonna need more than a new paint job at the Thunder Road."
Hey, also now Grease Lightning bums me out really, really bad.
Why?
Because Kaneki, Jeff Conaway, played Danny Zuko in the stage version of Grease, right?
Oh, okay.
They get to the movie. Grease Lightning is supposed to be Kaneki's song.
Oh.
Travolta is like, I'm not gonna do the movie if I don't get Grease Lightning. I'm Danny Zuko, right? They give him Grease Lightning. Okay, 1, already bad.
That's tough.
2, during the shoot of Grease Lightning, Jeff Conaway hurts his back. And I don't know if you watched VH1 as much as I did growing up, but he was on a lot of those has-been shows, right?
Where Are They Now type shit?
He developed a pretty massive drug addiction. Like
because of his back pain?
Opioid addiction because of his back pain.
Oh,
so
no.
It's like lifelong insult to injury of shooting the song that should have been his that went to Travolta.
That's fucked up, dude.
So every time I watch that scene, I think about Jeff Conaway and how that sucks.
Yeah.
You know what else is crazy about Jeff Conaway? He couldn't be around Olivia Newton-John. He was like so taken by her and tongue-tied every time he got around her on set.
Really?
You know,
he was stricken by her beauty.
You know who he ended up marrying? Her sister.
Did they at least look alike?
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. I don't know that I would be cool marrying somebody that was that hard up for my sibling.
I imagine they're just sick of being in the shadow or used to it, so it's probably not that big a deal.
Whatever. Yeah. Take what I can get.
Happening since middle school.
Speaking of one beat I was going to give you, I was telling you about John Travolta earlier, and we were talking about like other actors, right? And I said Gene Kelly. Mm-hmm. Fred Kelly, who is Gene Kelly's brother, is the one who trained John Travolta how to dance, like originally.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I meant to say that earlier, and
you wanna do one more Nepo fact?
Nepo fact. Let's hit it.
The actress who plays Paulette in Grease 2.
Uh-huh.
Right? Her name is Laura Luft. Plays Paulette, like the blonde.
Yeah.
You know who her mom is?
No.
Judy fucking Garland.
No way.
Yeah, her mom is Dorothy.
Oh. Hey, Judy Garland's a lot more than Dorothy, bro. She's like a whole fucking movement
that's like
by herself.
What people like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, they dyed her hair blonde because they wanted her to have the Marilyn Monroe look because of the early 60s thing. Apparently, it went really, really bad, and it was crazy painful for her during the shoot.
I didn't know dyeing can hurt your hair.
I didn't either until I read about that. And then they just put a wig on her.
It did look like a wig.
so she just went through all this pain and died.
All that for nothing, bro.
Get a wig put on her.
All that for nothing. That sucks. Hey, making movies sucks. Huh?
Bad.
It fucking sucks. You get fucking drug addicted, and all kinds of shit.
Yeah,
that's Judy Garland's daughter. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked her up too. Crazy. She's the half sister of Liza Minnelli.
Wild, right?
And she did not go on to do a lot.
No, she didn't.
So that really sucks for her.
Happens, man.
Hey, Miss Luft, we love you here. Is she still alive? She's gone.
I have no idea, but I liked her in the movie. I thought she was good. All right, so we said all that to say songs probably go to Grease 1.
Okay, so we have 3 ties, and then 1 for Grease 2 and 1 for Grease 1.
All right, next category.
Life lessons.
Hey, obviously, I've said this a lot. I don't think a lot of people are going to listen to this, but I think the people that do are going to hate my list of songs that are the top 20 songs.
Of the top, yeah. Well, for one thing, nobody's gonna put any Grease 2 song in the top 10. So there's that, you know. But you know, I think the thing is, here's I think the reality of our situation. The kind of people that would listen to this podcast are probably the kind of people that would agree with you. You know, like. You gotta be a real deep cuts kind of person to find our podcast, you know. And I don't know. I think there's a lot of topics that I'm gonna look like a fucking dick to the average listener who finds our podcast. But I think if I had Joe Rogan's numbers, it would be the opposite because idiots probably would love me, and the smart people would like you. So Grease 2's
not for nothing a cult hit.
Yeah,
there are people who would honestly agree with me.
Yeah,
but it's just not the majority.
I think everyone would agree with you about Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, that transcends everything.
Given. That's a given.
It's a biological imperative.
She's amazing. She's amazing. I love her.
All right, let's go.
And I don't really fuck with like white girls like that. I don't generally think like blonde white girls are even cute, much less like breathtaking. But Michelle Pfeiffer, she was on another level.
Yeah, for sure, white girl, Mount Rushmore.
I watched Batman Returns like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, "Oh shit."
That's funny. Every time I see her, I'm just like, Stephanie. That's Stephanie.
It's Stephanie Zanoni.
All right, let's go life lessons.
I'm gonna say that they both have bad life lessons.
So I have the life lessons of each movie written down. Would you like to hear them?
No, because you're just going to give a snarky one for Grease 1 and then a practical one for Grease 2. That's what you've been doing this whole podcast episode.
So here,
you undercut, and you very smugly misrepresent Grease 1, and then you give like a very like college critic level analysis of Grease 2. This is classic Matt. All right? You're rug pulling.
I'm flattered.
You're sandbagging us.
I'm flattered at the college critical analysis bit you just said there. 2, I think you got a lot to learn about Chopin's Honey. I think you're letting people too far back here in our area, and I think they need to serve that. And 3, I feel like Pretty Buzzy. It's Dark N Stormies kicking my ass.
Hey, I was just thinking while you were talking. I don't know what you were saying. You were saying about Conway.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm too fucking drunk to be listening to such serious subject. That's literally a thought that I had. We can't go down this very sad road. I'm too fucked up for this. I'll cry.
That's funny. Okay, all right. Shake it off. Let me tell you the life lessons of Grease.
Real quick, before he dives in, folks, I'd just like to remind you, Matt does not dictate reality. So he's going to tell you what his opinions are, and he's going to say it in a way that makes you feel like what he's saying is truth and abject reality. And I would just like to remind everyone before we start that these are Matt's opinions and not necessarily reflective of those of Daniel. Please continue.
Again, flattered that you have to remind people that what I say is not immediately absolute truth.
I'm reminding myself too, because sometimes you're very convincing, and I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Okay, so Grease life lessons.
Silver-tongued devil.
The first life lesson I have is change. You're not good enough with your core belief system, so change yourself. That's the first life lesson of Grease.
You see? Glib. He's fucking glib.
Because again, that's the lesson. Like, they don't... like, Sandra doesn't maintain any part of herself.
The lesson is to be open-minded and flexible. That's it.
You think the lesson of Grease is to be open-minded?
Yeah, to not judge books by their covers.
You would be very accurate to judge both of them by their cover.
No.
Yes, you would.
Danny Zuko's whole arc is that he is afraid to be vulnerable. He's afraid to be who he feels like he is. He wants to be seen as the cool, tough guy, and he wants to be cool. He wants to look cool, but he wants to be like a sensitive, vulnerable guy. That's what he wants to be. He wants to be a sweet, clean-cut guy for Sandy. He doesn't like turn into that in like a way that's represented by the stupid fucking Letterman. We talked about this. That's what it represents. Him throwing it off so that he can dance does not mean he sheds the persona. The whole idea was that's not who you are. No. You're not going to be that guy.
Look, if they wanted to do the ultra symbolism thing, the smartest thing would have been to have him dancing with the Letterman, with Sandy with her perm and leather pants. They didn't do that because that's not the message.
Yes, that is the message.
Sandy
They're just not doing a good
changed
job of conveying it.
herself. She didn't keep any of it. She's smoking now. She got a perm.
All that happened because she looks hotter like that than she does as like the poodle skirt girl. That's all that is. You're reading too much in it. What you're doing
all she
is you're taking
is the
what
poodle
the
skirt.
executive. What you're doing is you're taking what the executive producers probably told them they had to do, and you're saying that that's part of the message of the story.
It's what happened in the movie.
I'm telling you what the writer's intention was.
All right, so let me put it this way. I think even if you gave it the most generous reading, because I knew you were going to do this, and I have it in my notes, I can show you. I knew you were going to do this.
Funny you didn't read that. Funny you didn't read that one first.
The alternate lesson, if you give it the most generous fill-in-the-blanks reading, is that grand gestures over relationship maintenance are what wins. Which is a terrible life lesson to learn.
That's not... First of all, that is not generous.
Both of these people have a kid to save their relationship. Both of these people buy a diamond necklace after cheating. Both of these people are fucking awful in real life.
You're doing this thing where you're being like ultra cynical about what is supposed to be a more wholesome message.
Which we both agree we have falsely projected onto the movie Grease.
That's true, but that doesn't change the fact that you still can get a good, nice, wholesome message out of it if you watch the movie.
There isn't one to be had.
You're also completely glossing over the idea that life lessons do not... It's not always like
what's the category,
life
Dan?
You created the categories,
Should
Matt.
have done it then. Should have done it.
I had no say-so in this process.
You didn't want any.
You just sent me what the categories were.
Said,
so let me tell you something.
You said, sounds good. I'll do it.
Let me tell you something. I'll do anything for the game. All right? That's what I'm here for, baby. I'm here to tap dance for the audience. Okay? You give me an assignment, I'm going to fucking kill it on that assignment because that's what I do.
Except you're ignoring it.
No, I'm not ignoring it. You are doing a bad job. You're being disingenuous.
Hands, funny man. What's the life lesson?
Make me a bicycle clown. Let me just say that a life lesson is not always just a one-to-one, here's the right thing to do type lesson. Sometimes they're showing you what not to do. So what's to say that it's not a great life lesson to say, hey, you should change who you are to be with this person. I'm not saying that that's what Grease is doing, but what I'm saying is if what you're saying is true, if I concede to what you're saying is true, isn't that a better life lesson than learn to ride motorcycle if you want to date hot chicks?
I'll get to what the other life lesson is.
The other life lesson is if you want to get hot girls, learn to ride a motorcycle.
Talk about just Grease right now?
No, let's move on to the next one first, and then we'll say which one's better.
This right here is why Dan had to give y'all a disclaimer. Your boy is getting in that ass about these life lessons. So here's...
No, because first of all, life lessons do not make a movie good. That's just true.
Life is like a box of chocolates. Hello?
Don't do that. Don't pretend. Don't do that. That's also a really fucking stupid life lesson for a movie to sell. What's the lesson of Grease 2?
Hold on, I want to get to the subplot life lesson of Grease.
Oh, here we go. Here comes an avalanche of bullshit.
Being a deadbeat is always an option, if the girl's cool.
It's really rude that you're calling Danny a deadbeat. He's going to graduate.
Hey, Nikki.
Oh.
Nikki was about to be like, hey, thanks. Not my baby.
No, he said... Hey, no, at the end, he's, like, invested. Remember, she's on the Ferris wheel. He's like, hey, get off of there. You have a condition. Yeah, he's there for her. That's his thing, is he's going to be there for her. He's in it. It's just that Rizzo didn't give a fuck, you know? Rizzo don't need nobody.
She's cool.
Yeah.
Also, she's 35, for God's sake. She can handle a baby herself.
Jesus Christ. I feel really bad. I feel really bad for Rizzo. I like her character. I feel like she makes me sad. That character makes me really sad. The girl, the indication of not a girl, but like a character who is like, okay, everyone thinks I'm a slutty fucking asshole. I'm gonna act like a slutty fucking asshole. Fuck you. There's a lot of people out there I feel like can relate to that story of you want me to be a fucking bitch, I'll be a fucking bitch. And then they sabotage themselves over and over again because they're just like, whatever, I'm being who you want me to be. You know what I mean?
Hey, everybody
and
out there,
that's why I think
that. You could just be you, and people's perception doesn't dictate who you are.
Hey, Matt doesn't understand what it's like to have a real level of confidence. Matt has weird radioactively induced high levels of confidence flowing through his veins. He doesn't understand that real people out here in the real world suffer from anxiety or from nervousness or from, not knowing what to do in every situation they fucking walk into as though they're a fucking savant about social skills.
You just do it. Do the thing you want to do, Rizzo. Stop performing.
It's harder for some people. Some people it's easier said than done. And so I feel for her, and I feel bad. And that's why her song is not number fucking 19 on the list of songs, because there are worse things she could do.
I agree. I agree with the sentiment of the song. And, I get that the lyrics of the song are good. I think she looks terrible singing it, and I don't enjoy her voice.
You just think Stockard Channing is ugly?
Yes, very. But aside from that, I don't enjoy her voice. So... There was do you remember the Grease Live that they did, in 2010-ish or 15-ish, around there?
They brought John Travolta back?
No, it was a Broadway, live TV
I thought they did bring John Travolta back for that, to sing the one song.
I don't think so. I was Julianne Hough was in it as Sandy, and Vanessa Hudgens was Rizzo, Carly Rae Jepsen was Frenchie.
Jesus Christ.
They brought Boyz II Men to sing either the intro or the musical dropout part. I don't remember.
I did not know any of this.
It was massively successful. And Vanessa Hudgens' dad or something like that died the day of, and she performed anyway.
Oh, whoa.
And she did great as Rizzo. So I think
I used to love
Vanessa Hudgens is all of our crushes growing up, but there's a version.
She ended up being an anti-vaxxer, so...
Is that true?
Yeah.
Guess I'm anti-vax. There is a performance of Rizzo that I could imagine myself getting behind. It's just Stockard Channing sucks. I don't...
It's played by Vanessa Hudgens.
She's a mean girl the whole movie. But also, none of her crew reacts well to her being a mean girl. I kept pausing the movie after jokes she would make, and everyone's kind of like, "That's fucking mean." Damn,
yeah, she's mean as fuck. She's doing what's her name in Mean Girls?
Regina George.
Regina,
but they all go in fall in line with Regina George.
But theirs is out of fear,
right?
Regina George is a more effective. Rizzo
you know who was the most convincingly physically imposing pink lady is Frenchie.
Yeah.
When she stopped the people from bullying Sandy.
Yeah.
That was convincing. And I don't feel like anyone was scared of anybody else.
Frenchie is killing it.
I like Frenchie.
In both movies. She's a good character. The actress is an excellent actress. She's convincing in her roles. She does Beauty School Dropout, that whole scene leading up to Beauty School Dropout. She is really, really good at I'm going to try this thing because I just want to like it and try it and maybe I'll be good at it. Right. And then she'll be like, oh, it's fucking hard. It's just fucking so it's so good, dude. And it does make you feel bad for her character that she's just fucking up over and over again. Fucking up, fucking up. Frankie Valli, I feel like Beauty School Dropout is so funny for that reason because his message in that movie is go back to fucking high school. Go back to school. Yeah, you fucked up. Your good looks aren't going to last forever. Please go back to school and graduate. That's fucking funny to me. Yeah, I love Frenchie.
Me too. But hold on. Grease 2 life lessons. Because I went over Grease 1 life lessons a lot. You're not good enough, change. Okay. Deadbeat is always an option. Grand gestures over relationship maintenance. Those are the 3 I took away. If you had different ones, you should have wrote them down.
oversimplified, cynical life lessons.
You're not offering yours. So here's the Grease 2 life lessons.
I said what mine are.
So the Grease 2 life lessons are: you can be more than one thing, and hobbies are important. Right? Michael never gives up what he is. He never changes the core of what his character is, which is an intelligent, inclusive person. Right? Like the whole movie, he just kind of wants to hang out. He's very smart. He's resourceful. Right? Like, he doesn't change those things. He uses those things to get good at the thing he needs to be with Stephanie. Right?
Okay.
And I think that's an important life lesson. Right? While Danny and Sandy changed clothes, Michael, like, developed another piece of depth to his character.
Learning to ride a motorcycle.
Yeah. And acts in a way, which there are a lot of deleted scenes of Frenchie, by the way, like mentoring Michael into like learning how to become that. She gives him leather pants, like stuff like that. She was written out.
No, we don't get credit for deleted scenes.
She was written out of that movie, and so she just kind of disappears halfway through because there was a lot of rewrites throughout when the movie's going, which I think is funny. But I always just assumed that Frenchie just kind of did the course she was there for.
Yeah,
because they mentioned that in the beginning, and then we don't, toward the middle of the movie, we don't see her anymore. So that's always what I thought happened.
Yeah,
I found out it's not the case. She was written out, and I don't.
It makes sense because they have like a "you did it" moment with him and Frenchie.
Yeah,
she's like really proud of him.
Yeah,
and it's weird that she's proud of him because she had no part in any of that. But yeah, the deleted scenes make that scene way more relevant, which really just kind of ties in more to that it's a bad movie because they like picked and choose which scenes to keep, which ones to cut.
What we're talking about right now is life lessons, and I think in Michael's case, that's a good life lesson.
I think the only life lesson that Grease 2 gives you is if you want to get a hot girl, learn to drive a motorcycle and
learn to do what she's into, which is important and it's something we've all done.
No, the song's called "Cool Rider." It's not. Please be interested in my interests.
What's your cool rider, though? That's what I take from the movie.
Yeah, I know, but you're filling in blanks there.
I'm not.
They didn't say that.
That's the life lesson.
No, the life lesson is if you want to get hot girls, learn to ride a motorcycle. Doesn't matter how smart you are. Doesn't matter how good you are at
but
essays.
He was
doesn't
smart.
Matter how good your grades are. None of that shit mattered until he learned to ride a motorcycle.
Don't betray yourself. Apply those things to her interests.
It doesn't matter what you're interested in. It only matters if you manipulate the person into liking you by pretending to be interested in what they're interested in.
That would be true if the hamburger scene didn't exist, but it does. So they were clearly...
The hamburger scene doesn't invalidate what I'm saying. That's literally what happens throughout the entire movie. He feigns interest in this thing he doesn't care about so that he can get in her pants.
He does end up caring about it. You don't get that good at anything without caring about it.
First of all, I'm better at riding a motorcycle than Michael. All he did was ride over a pool once. So he's not good at it.
You didn't watch this movie. He jumped a cop car. He jumped that big trench.
He jumped the cop car. He didn't jump the trench. They didn't show it. All that happened off screen.
Goes from behind him to the front of him, and he pops a wheelie with her riding in front of him on the motorcycle. Like, there are feats in this movie that Michael accomplishes.
That's very, very generous. You're being real generous with Grease 2. You didn't give that generosity to Grease 1.
I'm being objective.
No, see, this is what I was talking about, ladies and gentlemen. He's being objective when it works in his favor. But when it works against him, he can't connect two dots together. Impossible to connect the dots unless they're going to conclude with him winning.
1, what did I tell you about inviting them back here? It's just us. 2. 2. Michael does have...
I'm pulling the curtain back!
Michael does have objective motorcycle feats in this movie because he gets good at it, because he applies what he's good at to riding a motorcycle.
The why. The why is the important part. He doesn't give a shit about motorcycles.
It's the same why as
about
Grease
getting
1.
good.
It's the same why as Grease 1.
The why is getting in her pants.
That's it. Grease 1.
He doesn't care about her. He doesn't care. Yeah, but Grease 1 doesn't church it up and pretend to be something it's not.
It literally does.
So you're admitting that Grease 2 churches it up to pretend to be something
Grease
it's
2
not.
is a standalone, is what it is movie. I've said this several times. They have nothing to do with each other.
Grease 1 isn't pretending to be something it's not. Like Grease 2, you said yes it is. So that means you agree that Grease 2 is pretending to be something it's
not. It doesn't mean that. It means that I agree with
is.
the part that Grease 1 is pretending to be something.
You agree to it, all of it or none of it. You can't pick and choose. You gotta have both.
One thing about me is I will pick and choose like a motherfucker. And so
I would also like to state that I'm being disingenuous and I'm misrepresenting the situation in the same way that you did about Grease 1.
So you agree?
The life lessons goes to Grease 1. Because the life lesson of Grease 1, not what you said, the story of Grease 1 actually is just be yourself and the people who are meant to be in your life will be in your life, will stay in your life.
Is themselves at the end of Grease 1 that would make you say
Danny, our hero.
Yeah. This is infuriating. Which is probably
Danny's
really
not the hero of Grease
satisfying
1?
to you because you're rage baiting.
Danny's not the hero of Grease 1?
You're being extremely disingenuous. And I think you know that the life lessons in Grease are not good life lessons.
You think that the screenwriters in Grease were like, hey, we really want people to just be ashamed of who they are.
I don't think they thought about
it.
I don't think they thought about it at all.
You don't think that the people who wrote the musical Grease
thought about the life lessons of Grease? No, I don't think that.
Thought about like the moral of their story that they wrote?
I don't.
I'm tweeting at them right now.
I don't. I think if we were talking about this in any context that wasn't Grease 1 versus Grease 2, you would be like, the life lessons in Grease 1 suck.
Okay, but we are talking about it in the context of Grease 1.
But just talk about Grease 1's life lessons without mentioning Grease 2. Do you think they are valid and good?
I already told you that life doesn't exist in a vacuum. Right? This is reality.
This is one that I feel like undoubtedly goes to Grease 2. I get that you said the story was a tie, and I could maybe see your point for that one. But the lessons of each movie, I think clearly Grease 2 learned from Grease 1 and made it a point to change that. I also think there's a sub story in Grease 2 that they made sure to go out of their way with Paulette and with Sharon, that women aren't objects. They can wear what they want to wear. They don't have to go all the way with you if they don't want to. And that's sung in the very last song where everybody kind of understands it. So I think on top of the overall story, I think the sub-moral of Grease 2 is also very good.
That's why it flopped. Hey, you know what we're witnessing real time?
Uh-huh.
This is like how people become MAGA.
What are you talking about?
Because all I could think of, like when you say that, right, what that's is like go broke.
Uh-huh.
Right? Like Grease 2 is much more progressive in like its story and like more linear, right? Grease 1 is very much rooted in like a traditional storytelling, lots of toxic masculinity elements.
Yeah.
You should change yourself for who your partner, blah, 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 right? And my impulse is to like lie and embrace Grease 1 because that's the one that I'm nostalgic for. That's the one that I like. And so I want to embrace the grift to sell the lie of traditional family values and traditional American appeals in order to win the argument. Say that I believe in something I don't believe in so that I can win in this person that I'm arguing against. This is literally like real time what's happening here.
So don't be MAGA Dan, everybody. That's what I'm thinking.
I don't like Grease. Like we've talked about this so many times. This is taking a lot of effort for me to like play devil's advocate here and like argue on behalf of Grease.
You don't have to.
I do, because who's going to if I don't?
This podcast is about finding the truth, Dan.
No, Matt's truth.
That's the same thing.
See?
Life lessons goes to Grease 2, right? I'm not tripping.
Yeah, I don't think that there's a good life lesson in Grease 2, but there's absolutely no good life lessons in Grease 1. So
okay, good. Let's move on to comedy.
So Ty.
Comedy? You earlier.
In Grease...
No, when you edit
story.
this, you're going to be pissed off.
In life lessons, I'm saying.
Life lessons gotta go to Grease 2.
Why can't it be a tie? They both have bad life lessons.
You called it woke. You know that there are good life lessons in Grease 2. You know that.
Don't judge a book by its cover as a good life lesson.
That's not in there. They are their covers.
You get that for Rizzo.
She's all poodle skirt. He's all leather jacket. Like there's not a lot to those characters outside of that.
She learns to accept him.
She accepted him to begin with.
If
anything, she accepted the fake version of him.
Yeah, he like was insecure about it, and he learned to accept himself.
He always
She
accepted
taught
himself.
him. No, he was ashamed.
We can
He thought he wasn't good enough for her like that.
we can call it a tie. I think when you go back and listen to this, you're gonna realize that you're agreeing with me.
I don't think I'm agreeing with you because I know in my heart of hearts that Grease 1 is a better movie than Grease 2.
That's
so I
not
have
what
to
we're
do whatever
talking
I
about.
can
That's not
to
what we're
win
talking
it.
about.
It's Grease 1 versus Grease 2,
But
man.
we're doing just the life lessons of each
I
movie.
know. But you're like categorizing this and you're setting it up in a way so that you win each category independently, and that way you can point at that and say, see, Grease 2 is better than Grease 1, when we know that that's not true.
But there is merit to having these individual wins in a movie.
Merit for who?
For Grease 2.
For you.
They're like, it's not nothing that this movie would win each of these categories.
Yeah, your point being, see, maybe it's better.
It is. But the fact that you have to take yourself out of the category in order to be like, I know this one's better, is a testament to the quality of
To how
Grease
good
2.
Grease 1 is.
No.
What do you mean, though?
Your argument at the end of the day to each one of these points is because it has it.
Yes.
Like, fuck off. Fuck off.
Matt, not everything is a checklist, okay? Not everything is like the stat sheet, right? Some things are just better.
I don't want you to talk to me about intangibles, please.
Look, if you had the X Factor, you'd get it.
I'm all X Factor, baby.
You're Grease. You were Grease 1.
I'm Stephanie's.
I'm Grease 2.
Alright, let's move on. Comedy. Can you please
Grease 2 wins comedy.
admit to
Grease
me that
2
Grease 2 is funnier?
Grease 2 wins comedy because Grease 2 is an actual comedy.
Yes. It's funny.
It's just a comedy. It's like a slapsticky, campy 80s movie. That's what it is. It's a comedy. So it's got way more of that.
Yeah. I like when
It's got fucking Christopher McDonald in it.
they do the rule of threes a lot. When it's like, I think he's kind of cute. I think I like his accent. I think you should shut your traps. Like, that's fucking funny every time.
Yeah.
It's like,
Every time, yeah.
give me emotion. Give me this. She's like, give me a break. Like, that's funny. It's funny every time. I like it.
Comedy comes in threes.
Or when they're, or when Johnny's riding his bike with Goose to the burger shop, and he's like describing women at the wherever, right? And Goose is just repeating everything he's saying. Like, that's good. He just wants to be Johnny so bad.
Do you enjoy Christopher McDonald in this movie?
Yes, I think he's super good. He wanted to be Johnny. He auditioned like 5 times, didn't get it. They gave him Goose, but I think he's good as Goose, like a lackey, right?
Yeah.
Which is,
he
you
sucks.
hate lackeys. It's not.
Yeah,
It's not a him thing. Like, you don't like that person.
I don't.
But I think the T-Birds are like legitimately funny in their roles. Like,
I don't like the other two guys. The young guy and the
Namucci.
other guy. The
Namucci cracks me up. I
get it,
love him, dude. I think he's really, really funny.
I don't like it. He's the guy that was in Bachelor Party. He's the other main. He's the other guy.
No, that's Nagarelli. No,
I don't.
the main guy.
Wait, is
Yeah.
it? Is he the guy in Christine? Is Demucci the guy in Christine? Was Stephen King the one about the car?
Maybe.
I know I've seen him somewhere before. Let's see who he is. What's his Demucci?
Namucci is Peter Frechette.
Yeah, you're right. Nagarelli's the guy that was in Bachelor.
Yeah, who's also good and funny. Who also played Danny Zuko on Broadway, by the way.
On Broadway.
Yeah.
They definitely have a lane. That they're like aiming for, and they're absolutely killing it doing what they're trying to do. He's not the guy from Christine.
But Grease 2 is a comedy. Like,
Yeah.
the
It's
secret sauce of that movie is the delivery of the timing and everybody in that movie. Like, it's fantastic.
yeah.
So whatever shortcomings, like, the songs have, or that there's no original cast, like, it's objectively funny. It's good.
It's definitely got funny parts, and they're more and of higher quality than the funny parts that are in Grease. Grease is mostly unintentionally
Yeah,
funny.
Grease will make you smile, but
yeah.
it's not going to make you laugh.
No, yeah.
Except for when Danny says, don't make me laugh.
Yeah, don't make me laugh.
It's funny that he keeps it when she leaves. She leaves and he's still like, that part's good. But it's like
that's
one of the
good.
only funny parts.
Yeah, Nicky from Kanicki's mildly funny. It's mostly smile laughs. It's not like belly laughs.
Right. And I think the Pink Ladies specifically are very funny in the second movie. They're like banter within their own group. I think is funny.
They definitely have the rim shot jokes.
Like when Paulette's like, I don't fool around with that. She's like, you fool around with everybody else, Paulette. Like that's like a friend group, believable friend group roast. Like and they both sides have that the whole time.
I'm gonna give you comedy because I didn't laugh my way through Grease 2. There are some like really funny moments in there, but for the most part I was very like cringed through all of it, you know. But I agree that it's definitely funnier than Grease 1. It's got a lot of funnier moments, and it's trying to be. So to me, it makes sense that it would, you know, that's what it's going for.
Yeah.
So, but I was not like slapping my knee or like laughing through all of it. But we had this conversation about Anchorman for the same reason.
Yeah.
We have different, I think, wavelengths of. I fucking snapped my knee through all of Talladega Nights. That shouldn't be true.
You hear that, everybody? He doesn't think Anchorman's funny. You want to side with him?
See, why you got to do that? Don't bring him back here.
All right, miscellaneous case, Dan. What do you got?
Grease 1 is the miscellaneous case for itself. That's all it is. It's one huge vibe fighting for itself. The miscellaneous case for 2 is Michelle Pfeiffer's magnetic everything hotness. Like, I would say honestly that Michelle Pfeiffer glows brighter and hotter than all of Grease 1 put together. But it's basically like there's this massive, beautiful, shining diamond hidden in a turd, whereas Grease 1 is just kind of a bad movie from the late 70s about teenagers. So I think it wins on that case basis.
Grease 1 is iconic and it's everlasting. Like, there's a reason why it's still alive and why it won't. Why 20-year-olds right now have watched and love Grease, right? Like, there's a reason for all that. It spawned Grease 2. It spawned the TV series, the Pink Lady TV series that sucked, but that I had to pretend I liked because Amazon took it wiped it out from existence. Just deleted.
I didn't know it was a thing.
Deleted it. If you didn't have a physical copy, it's gone forever. I tried it. It wasn't good.
Shit.
Grease Live, which I talked about earlier with Vanessa Hudgens, that was good. The Capital One commercial, like it's ever present.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that, and I get it.
Okay.
It's just
you can't give miscellaneous. You can't give miscellaneous to Grease.
That's
2, right?
all baked in.
No, you can't say that all this everything is true for Grease 1 is also true for Grease 2.
No, I'm not saying that.
That's not fair.
I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is like that's baked into how people view the movie. And because Grease 2 wasn't a direct it wasn't a direct line linear what's Danny Zuko doing now. Right?
Yeah.
Like it wasn't that and it's not that. And I said earlier it's separate thing.
It's almost not a sequel.
It's its own movie. And when it's viewed as its own movie, I think, like you said earlier, it would have been much more well received than it coming out as a Grease sequel. It was called More Grease, I think, at one point. It was called Son of Grease, which Max Caulfield tried to really make a thing because I think that would have highlighted him more.
Yeah.
They landed on Grease 2, and I think that made audiences think there was a certain thing that was about to happen that didn't happen, but I don't think that it's fair to dock this movie for not being that.
Why?
Because
it's calling itself that.
It's its own. Like, it is its own standalone movie, and as its own standalone movie, I think is legitimately good.
Okay, but hear me out here, okay? Based on your own arguments, if it's its own standalone movie, then it shouldn't have attached itself to Grease.
So Paramount, FYI, at this time, made it a point to make a bunch of sequels from the movies from the 70s. So it's why we got, the other Jason movie and, a lot of where they debuted the hockey mask. They cranked out sequels. Also, this movie came out, in theaters it was battling like E.T. and like heavy hitter giant movies. Like I think it's a victim of its circumstance.
Tough.
It's
tough.
It's hard, right?
But
it's hard.
But
it's
again,
hard.
we don't exist. We don't exist in a vacuum. We exist in the reality that we live in.
Right, but I'm trying to give it context because the reality of it is a lot of people view Grease 2 as like this flop nothing of a movie. And what I'm saying is that exists because of the context. I'm not putting it in a vacuum. I'm giving it context.
What the context is, though, is that it's supposed to be a Grease sequel, and it's bad at that.
If you went in there looking for Danny and Sandy continued, I agree with you.
And who wouldn't?
But yeah, sure. I mean, me, because I didn't live at that time.
What I'm saying is, what you want from a sequel is a continuation of the original movie that is a continuation, A, and B, hopefully as good or better than the previous movie. And every other movie that is an excellent sequel absolutely does that. They continue the first story, A, and then B, either build on or explore new ideas that are better than what you got out of the first version. And I think that this movie fails on the premise that it's not a sequel. It's just not. The only sequel aspect of it is it takes place at Rydell High.
Has Frenchie.
So it has Frenchie and the principal.
Right.
So as far as like my perspective on it, you could probably view this in one of two ways. Is Grease 1 or Grease 2 a better movie? Period. Stop. Hard stop. No other discussion. Just which of these two movies is the better movie? And I think that somebody could make a case for either one.
Right.
Like in your case, how you're doing, you're making a strong case for Grease 2 based on Grease's shortcomings. Mm. Less so on their merits, also their merits, but more so on the shortcomings of Grease and less so on Grease 2. That's Camp A. I think Camp B is which is the better Grease movie? Mm-hmm. The original or its sequel? And that's how you framed it. You said, is it the only classic in the series? Mm-hmm. In the series of Grease movies. Mm-hmm. Grease 2 is, as far as I'm concerned, a bad Grease movie. Grease 1 is Grease.
I disagree. It's just
Grease
not
2
Grease
is
1.
Rydell.
It's just not Grease 1.
Yeah, but Grease 1 is the standard.
Only in that it came before. I think...
Sometimes that's it.
Look.
First to market, right? First to market. First exposure.
We did these categories in a... Or I did.
No.
Did these.
You did these categories.
Did these categories in a vacuum. Right. Point being, like, there are ways in which Grease 2 stands up on its own merit as a movie against Grease 1 specifically. Okay. I don't think Grease 1 is the only classic. I think that, like, Grease 2 has a Grease 2 day. June 11th. Like, people like this movie. People love this movie. It's a cult classic. There's a reason for it. It's the Boondock Saints of musicals, right? Like, like we get what you're saying, but William Dafoe.
Some incel movie out there is pissed.
But it's got its own merits, and I think if it hadn't come out when it did, and if it didn't give the expectation of being like a direct sequel to Grease, we would be talking about this movie differently. Okay, is my point. Aside from that, miscellaneous case for Grease 2, Stephanie's got that shit on the whole movie. Every single fit in this movie, like, she's got the regular pink jacket, she's got the black jacket with the pink on it, she does like a purple bandana with the dress combo, a Christmas tree. Like, this is an iconic role. Absolutely. In every way imaginable, right?
I'm not ever gonna argue against Mrs. Noni.
I have said this.
She's killing it.
I have already said this, but I think it's more of a high school movie than Grease is. Grease 2 is also an actual real story that we know happened. There is a subgroup of Grease fans who buy into the conspiracy that Grease 1 is a dream of Sandy's.
Oh, God.
Are you aware of this?
No.
So there's
dumb.
There's a group of people who think that Sandy died when that big wave hit the rock, and that
oh my god,
in the song "Summer Lovin'," when
this is her coma dream,
she nearly drowned. He showed off splashing around. That she actually drowned. and these are her like final fantasy, like
The guy that tried to save her.
imagination of her life had she been
Yeah.
rescued, which is why they fly off in the car at the end.
Right.
Otherwise, there's no explanation for that. So there's a group of people who think this is all just kind of a dream, which, if that's true, massively takes away from the Grease narrative.
It's not true. It's objectively not.
So I'll put that out there that Grease 2
No,
is actually at
don't
least a
put it
real
out there.
story.
I heard a rumor that I just made up that Grease 2 all takes place in Michael Caulfield's memory, because the first time he gets on the motorcycle and he flips over, it lands on his head, and so he has the whole thing in a fever dream.
Yeah, except there are like people dedicated to the one I was talking about.
Fuck that, I'm dedicated.
There's an online
That's
hive
it.
of these people.
Dumb. Those
So
people, get out.
I thought I'd put that in there. I love a movie conspiracy. If y'all have been along the ride this whole time, you know that Signs was my big stand for movie conspiracies. But aside from that,
So we're gonna say Grease 1 is definitely the better movie. It's the clear winner.
I want to go over what we have so far. Opening number. So first off, I want to point out that every time you felt like I was making like a decent point, you said, "Okay, Ty."
No, every time I was tired of talking about it, I said Ty.
So we have
Because it was clear you weren't going to relent.
opening number, cast, and story as Ty.
Ty.
Okay. Choreography went to Grease 2. Songs went to Grease 1. Life lessons, you spent a lot of time agreeing with me and then said Ty.
So that one's a wash.
Comedy, you said went to Grease 2.
Miscellaneous case goes to Grease
If
1.
we give miscellaneous case to Grease 1, it's still a tie. So here's
You know what I think the real... Hold on, let me get this out real quick. Okay. Here's how I'm going to walk away from this conversation.
sure.
There is a case to be made that Grease 2 can be considered a classic in as much as Grease 1 is.
Uh-huh.
That's hard stop. I'm not going to even entertain the idea that Grease 2 is better than Grease 1, or that it is, whatever, more effective high school movie. But I will absolutely agree that there is a case to be made that they are both classics in their own right, separately from each other.
What we want here in the Grease 2 hive is is respect from Grease 1 fans. And I think that today we've earned that. And I think that we're all a more harmonious fan base after this podcast than we were before it. And I'm appreciative
1
of
fans-
you acknowledging that Grease 2 has its own merits.
Grease 1 fans, as your representative, I apologize for allowing this to happen. I know that I don't speak for all of you, and
He does,
please
and
feel
now
free
we're
to-
all even.
but my official opinion as Grease 1's representative on this podcast is that we should be welcoming to Grease 2 fans, because they've got Michelle Pfeiffer in their camp, and she's killing it.
We also enjoy Grease 1. Like, everybody who likes 2 also likes 1. It's just...
Grease 1 is doing Rizzo right
Don't
now.
spit
They're just
on
like,
it.
no, fuck you. Go somewhere.
I think this podcast has accomplished what I'd hoped it did, right?
Yeah.
Which is that Grease 2 has merits and that it deserves respect and is a classic in its own right. Albeit not the same way Grease 1 is, right?
Yeah.
There's no current plans for Grease 3. There isn't. There was a prequel in development called Summer Lovin' that focused on Danny and Sandy prior to getting to Rydell High.
And they're summer together.
Yeah, that never really got anywhere.
We can all agree to hate that idea.
So in 2003, John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John both said there were talks for a Grease 3, but no strong script. And then in 2008, Paramount considered a straight-to-DVD sequel that never came to light.
Just never materialized.
Right. So just in case anyone's wondering what was next in the Grease franchise, there's not really anything going on about that. I think the closest thing we have is maybe the Summer Lovin' thing that would come out. I think if the remake happened now, it would probably star like Zendaya or Sabrina Carpenter.
Ooh, Sabrina Carpenter would be.
And I
insane.
think I was gonna say I don't think it would be a Grease 3. I think the only move now would be a remake. That's the only thing that
Yeah.
I would imagine would like draw a crowd.
Yeah. Who would
Um,
play Zuko?
I don't know, but I personally would enjoy seeing Bruno Mars do it
Oh.
since we don't care about age historically in the
Yeah.
Grease franchise. I think Bruno Mars would make a good Danny.
I want to see Pete Davidson as
Oh,
Danny.
what the fuck? Pete Davidson
It'd be funny.
could be like, I don't know, Putsy.
He could be a good Nagarelli.
I don't think so either. I just keep Pete Davidson out of my Grease remake. How about that?
He's funny.
But that was interesting. A couple of more like interesting things I thought you might like is that initially, you know who was thought to play the Danny role in the first Grease?
No.
Is Arthur Fonzarelli, the Fonz.
Oh, Harry Winkler?
Harry Winkler turned it down because he said it was too close to Fonzie and didn't want to
too
be
similar.
typecast as a greaser. So we could have had a short king Danny.
I don't know what his singing abilities are like, but that might have been great.
I have no idea, but I think the job went to the right person.
Yeah, definitely.
Also, for Sandy, Princess Leia was considered
Oh, Carrie Fisher.
at first. Carrie Fisher was considered Cassandra, and then they stopped that. So
She's
they
not
decided what it was
assertive
called.
enough. That character is not assertive enough for Carrie Fisher.
Which
to
is
play.
probably why she turned it down. She's
Probably.
Carrie Fisher's a real one.
She's
She would have made them. She would have made them write a life lesson into that movie.
right. She'd be like, "Okay, I'm gonna do it, but in this case, Sandy has
Yeah.
bipolar disorder." They would have like had a very real arc for her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The Grease 2 stars did not get along. Michelle Pfeiffer and Max Caulfield.
I get it.
They hated each other.
Looks like
No,
looks
they had
like
great
hate
chemistry
each
on
other.
screen, but off screen, they hated each other. Michelle Pfeiffer said he was self-absorbed. Max Caulfield kind of laughs it all off, saying they got along infamously.
He's jealous.
So they didn't. Yeah.
I watched.
No, yeah,
I watched
he's on the
his
record
doc.
as being very jealous.
Very jealous of her. He probably was jealous of her back then.
Yeah.
Because he knew she was going to be huge.
Yeah, it's a bad scene there. He's pretty bitter about it. And then
I get
the
it.
craziest thing to me about the filming of the first Grease, the guy who did Beauty School Dropout, who I'm blanking on his name right now.
Frankie Valli.
No, it's not Frankie Valli.
Oh, that wrote it? You mean?
No, the guy who performs
Or
it. Frank
Isn't that Frankie Valli?
Frankie Avalon.
Frankie Avalon. I
I
kept saying Frankie Valli.
That was they were in talks with Elvis to be the teen angel, but he died around the time of shooting,
That they were shooting it?
so they couldn't have him
shit.
in there. But that movie, I think, is very, very, very like we talk about it differently if Elvis is also in Grease.
Yeah, that would have been very, very different. Hey, this whole time I thought Frankie Avalon was Frankie Valli. I have been deep faking Frankie Avalon's face onto Frankie Valli my entire life.
I get it.
How many fucking Frankies am I supposed to remember?
And then I was thinking about it, and I kind of hate that Grease 2 didn't do like a Beauty School Dropout type scene because theirs was
a pop figure or something.
theirs was set in 61, right? 1961 is when that one was set,
Right.
and there are so many people around at that time. Like, imagine Frank Sinatra singing a song about like don't get a nose job.
Yeah.
Watching it. Like, that's such a good, like, that would have been perfect, you know, like,
Yeah.
could have been him, could have been anyone, like, Motown was going at that time, like, it could have been,
Yeah, they had a lot of options on the board for 61.
it could have been something cool, and I don't like that they didn't go for it, but I think this accomplished what we wanted it to.
All right, well, on that note, happy hour is over. The rest of the week is full price, but don't worry. Happy hour will be back again next week, and we'll see you then.